we should be up.
Let me reload your...
This is gonna sound horrible, but I definitely didn't refresh it.
The tier list?
Yeah, the tier list. All right, guys.
I don't see your... here's your stream.
Whenever everyone's getting in, we're gonna be chatting for a bit, and
Yeah.
when everyone gets in, we'll begin. And
Do you mean to have ads on your streams? Because it does interrupt the viewing experience.
I think they're automatic. Like
Are they?
whether or not you monetize. I think yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does.
I'm getting 3 back-to-back ads.
3 back-to-back ads. Okay, we're not getting no viewers.
Really?
All right. Let me
Refresh real quick.
Make
Refresh real quick. All right, guys.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You see what I mean?
See what you mean with the overlay. I get you. Okay. That's a really nice overlay, by the way.
Appreciate it. All right, is it update if I refresh it? It is. All right. I have an ad up now, right there in the middle of it.
Your microphone is a lot quieter than I am on the stream, giving it a listen.
Really? Quieter? Okay.
Yours.
See what I can do.
I mean, I'd say yours is about half the volume of mine at the moment. But if that's a me issue, we can turn me down.
No, it's not. I can fix you. I can fix you, Horde. I can fix you.
Dude, it wouldn't take much. I'm gonna open it.
All right. What's up, guys? Today, while everyone's coming in, we're just doing a live chat in light of everything going on with the Dark Ages, waiting for its DLC, and having some fun talking about the different demons in the Modern Doom trilogy. This is subject to change, as there's obviously a lot more coming with the DLC, but figured it'd be a good time, better than most, get our opinions out there. So let me just double check.
And
today we are joined with Dinosaur Heretic, Ethan. We'll be referring to him as Ethan because
hello.
He's cool with that. Horde Mode Gaming.
What's up?
Then last but not least, we got SoapToGo.
Yeah, not least. Hello.
Last but least.
No.
Yeah, so those of you guys don't know, SoapToGo is one of the main contributors with Waltz of the Archdemons, and he's a big dude in the Doom Discord, so be sure to check his stuff out.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I appreciate y'all for joining me on last minute.
All good.
All right. How's the sound doing?
Let me see. We're just about on the same volume.
Just
yeah,
maybe like a decibel.
A decibel.
For who?
For you.
For yourself.
You're quiet. We're not on the same level.
You got that?
And
right.
also, the audio's not on the same level.
How do I sound?
That's interesting. Should be louder on my side now.
That should be alright, just listening back. That should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
I think everyone sounds good now.
Awesome. What's up, Pato? I see you in chat. Boss Ranker. Unfortunately, guys, Boss Ranker was going to join us, but he's got a lot going on, so he'd have to sit this one out. Which is, ranking's his thing, so I do feel bad, but he was supposed to join us.
Someone's got to edit my videos.
I see Absolute Doc in chat.
Don't make itself.
I'm not going to do the impersonation yet. I'll save that for later.
I'll do the voice live.
Dude, pull it. Just like, I'm going to send you like a message and just read it right now.
Hey, you know what? Anyone watching, that's a little treat if you stick around to the end. I'll recite the entire live stream back, all 3 hours of it in the Horde Mode Gaming voice.
Recite all the recite the testaments in the the freaking Horde voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember back like one of the main DLC teases with like the High Council. You like recited one of the opening Slayer's testaments, and I was like, bro, I'm listening to Devoth as Horde right now. It was the funniest thing ever. He scoured the Umbral Plains.
Out of that. I was kicking my feet with that one and giggling. I was editing that one and I was like, fucking teeing and giggling and.
That's hilarious.
Jesus.
Wait, Is this thing going out?
Watching. We had 11.
Wait, I have 11 on mine. 9, 11.
Got 10 now.
Now it's at 10. Now it's at 10. People are like, I came here for the voice, not the.
Every single Doom fan ever is here in this chat right now. 10 people.
And I think like 3 of them are us.
I'm gonna go edit my post to say the correct time, just while people come in here.
Yeah, good shout.
I got my post up.
Hey, oh, hold on. Okay. Hey, Ethan, when's your, have anything to say about your next mix when it's coming out?
Oh, Perpetual Torment. So, Cruz is still working on it. He's got another project that we're doing sort of in the meantime. The one that you guys have seen. But yeah, he's collected the footage, he's editing it together, and it should be out in the next couple of weeks, provided there's sort of no hiccups.
Sounds good. The last one was a lot of fun on your channel. Last
Thanks,
two, I
Doug.
guess.
Much appreciated.
Shout out to Cruge, by the way.
Hato says, Icon, your mic is good volume, but everyone else is a little low.
No.
And I'm getting an ad for cars.com. Did not realize that domain was not taken. Cannot believe that is a first.
Cars.com. You think it'd be a .org.
Cars 2.
All right, while we're getting started, guys, I'm just going to say, so we're doing the Modern Trilogy because unlike last week's stream, we can't do another 6-hour to 12-hour stream. We can yap all day about the different demons across all the games, which is what I'd love to do from Doom 2, 64, 3, and then the Modern Trilogy, but we got to consolidate it where we can. So we're doing the Modern Trilogy for now, but we'll obviously call back to all the various incarnations. But essentially, this ranking is going to be comprised of 3 core pillars. We have like lore and like sort of like their design as a whole, in terms of visuals and their sort of in-universe. We got their in-universe sort of. One second, I'm getting a phone call. So we got their lore and their sort of place in the world. Then we have their visual design and how that correlates to their lore. And then we have the third pillar, which is their behaviors and their gameplay, combat loop, all that stuff. So all those together is how we're going to judge it. I'll give you an example. If we have a demon that's kind of, I'm not saying this is our opinion, but like the Cacodemon hybrid, a lot of people don't like his design. But if they love his combat loop, then he'll be ranked based on that, like altogether. And all 4 of us will be sort of compromising with our ranking. So if 2 of them don't like it, but 2 of us really love it, then we'll sort of place it in the middle, just like last time.
That works for me.
I'm gonna have to mute my mic for a second.
Yeah, all good. I like how the chain gunner from Dark Ages is first. You know what? I'm looking at this list now. I'm like, I want to point out the fact that we have the Riot Soldier and the chain gunner from Dark Ages, because those are kind of similar.
They're similar, but like, we'll get to it.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
They do function differently. They do look different.
Yeah.
Hey, you know who's in this first row? Take a look. Look close. I specifically put him up here so I could talk about it.
Yeah, there goes like 2/3 of the stream.
Sorry.
Yo, give me like 1 second.
One Mississippi. I'm gonna have some problems.
All right, sorry about that. No, one of my buddies keeps trying to call me, and it's like throwing me off. He's another one of my buddies. Anyways, so yeah, again, like I was saying earlier about the consolidation and all that. So you'll notice that we'll have different incarnations of the same demon, sometimes grouped together based on their place. Like, for example, the 2016 fodder enemies in terms of like the zombies. A lot of them will fall under just 2016 zombie. But the fodder in the next game might be, separate, as its combat loop is a little different. So we have to differentiate there. There's enough distinction for it to be its own unique placement on the list. Like the cue ball and then the engineer.
One has a degree, one doesn't.
One has a... That's pretty good. All right. So let's get started. We'll start with the chain gunner. So the chain gunner from Dark Ages is a bit different than what a lot of people wanted out of a chain gunner in the modern trilogy. However, as a shield, right, like someone to kind of counter your shield, I think it's great. I think he is one of the best sort of like skill checks in terms of because he's a complete hit scan enemy, just like the classic, and it sort of throws you off. Like I remember, was he first introduced in Barracks, if I recall correctly?
Sentinel Barracks, yeah.
Yeah. Like that bridge fight, that's, you don't expect it. It's just him, and then you have to like master him, and then you go on, and there's more and more. But unlike the original chain gunner, he's he's got the shield, and his counter is the shield, which is another spin on the right soldier, but just done so much better. In terms of design, he's just essentially a reskin for the most part of just like the Sentinel demon fodder that we have here. Not a lot of strong feelings towards him, but I do love his placement in the sort of world and mechanics of the shield. So, what do y'all think?
I would say I don't have any strong feelings either. I don't hate them, but I don't love them. I think it is a bit of a disappointment, if you ask me. I'm not so sure that I care for 2 out of the 3. Well, what is it? 2 out of the 4 iterations of the chain gunner being just reskinned riot soldiers. I mean, it's not to say it's not creative or anything, but it's just not. I don't know. They weren't anything technically crazy unique in the original games, but I mean, it's pretty like the least they could do.
But
they're there, but they're not something special.
I'll say because of their legacy, it would be really cool to see them done differently, like a bigger deal, I should say. They're, of course, like they behave similar to how they did back in like Doom 2, but Plutonia and Final Doom, like the legacy they left on the franchise was so big, and you'd think that maybe they'd change it up or make his placement a little bit bigger, but it really is the same thing it was before. So I get what you're saying. They could have done more, but in that aspect, a little disappointment. But I think it's fine. Have y'all seen Under the Mayo's concept for the Eternal before they did the Riot Soldier? That was a great video.
Yes.
I watched it back when it came out. It could have easily been a heavy demon with different like moves and stuff to counter. Wasn't there like a purple goo launcher?
Yes, I do remember that.
I love that concept so much.
Yeah,
I love it.
Might want to take a step back from your microphone, man.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry guys, we're still fiddling with the audio. This is the first time we've all done this stream together, so everyone's got their own mic preferences. We're trying to get that figured out still.
It's a little bit of working. Design wise, for the Dark Ages specifically, I would say I would actually put the rank pretty low because it is so close to the standard shield soldiers that it is kind of hard to tell them apart whenever you're not.
Well, they made him red.
Yeah, he's a little red.
Made him red, bro.
And but you'll notice him once you start getting blasted from the single shield soldier standing on his own. But I think they could have done a lot more to make him distinct.
Okay.
Even if he kept the same design functions, I think the design itself is particularly
well, the shield was different. Like his shield is slightly taller and spikier, but because of
that's not enough.
Yeah, this game is a lot darker in tone and more gritty than Eternal. But you notice in Eternal, and usually in all their games, they do things to. For example, we have the Cursed Prowler Screech. You have like glowing or sort of color coordinated aspects of their attack, like their guns or like their mounts, whatever. I feel like they really needed to differentiate his shield a bit to make it like one of those like coordinations where you could see it from a mile away. It's like I'm going in this, like I'm jumping down an arena and I could tell that's a battle knight or a whatever, but because the shield, the chain gunner shield is just like the same, but like with like color wise, that's a big thing that should have changed, I think.
Yeah. Cool. Also, I did want to say, I think we should rename the reskin and ambient tabs because it does make it seem like those are only for reskin and ambient demons.
Sure.
Well, I mean, I guess we could.
don't want to, because Toxic F3I says reskin, put him in reskin, and I'm not sure if he's saying that because it's not a good enemy to them or because it is just pretty much a reskin. So
that's fair.
I think we should maybe give those a quick rename just to something simple.
Yeah. And again, I forgot to preface this. This is very important. I forgot last stream too. So let me go over the rankings real quick. So, like last stream's topic, there was really no like bad category. So whatever the bad category was, it was just lower than the rest, or just really out of place compared to the rest. So like normally this would be S through F, right? With Archdemon, Emerson Tongue, Absolute Doom, and so on. But these are just kind of where they would lie in comparison to each other. So Archdemon being like the coolest demon in terms of everything. Emerson Tongue, he's one of the main concept artists at it. I think he's a senior concept artist.
Incredible. He's the art director.
Art director. Excuse me. And then
beautiful artwork, dude.
100%. We were tossing me and Soap. We didn't know we should name it William Bow or Emerson Tongue, so we settled with Emerson. But
oh yeah, we could rename the ambient tab to Doom 2 Master Levels.
Doom 2 Master Levels.
That works.
I didn't mind the Master Levels. Tim Willett's Master
I've never
Levels.
played them all the way through, but I think they have a pretty shitty reputation, so I think that wouldn't be a bad name for that.
I think there's like 2 of the master levels that aren't poo-poo fart. Like
The first one was
rest
good.
are pretty. It's fine.
All right. What I'm hearing is that the Curse Prowler is guaranteed not on a bad tier.
We'll get to that
He
before we
says
get our
I wouldn't
opinions.
listen to him. I wouldn't listen to him.
All right. So, do we want to jump in and rank our chain gunner?
Yeah, let's do
I'm
it.
gonna do this reskin. There. Not literal reskin, just reskin in terms of like quality of a demon, in terms of like how much we like it. So yeah, so chain gunner. That being said, ambient or reskin, because he's
The tiers are changed now, right?
Well, yeah.
Moved them.
Well, I thought that's what y'all recommended. I can do
Oh,
this.
it was more the names, not the
Placement.
placement.
Okay, whatever. All good. All right, next. I believe this is the Cyclops Titan. So again,
I just want to say for the chain gunner before we move on, just sort of as a counter to what Horde said earlier with regards to enemy identification on the battlefield, I think the chain gunner really stands out when he's in a line of different shield soldiers.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can
sure.
tell at a glance which is a chain gunner and which is a regular shield soldier, and it gives the player an opportunity to prioritize that line of defenses first over another line of defenses that doesn't have a chain gunner a part of it. An example I think of is in the Abyssal Forest, where you go to fight the sort of the Mancubus leader,
Yeah.
and there's a line of shield soldiers in front of them, and 2 of them are chain gunners. And so, at least when I play, I instantly target them first because I know the chain gunners are going to whittle away at my health. I think it's also worth considering too how the chain gunner is introduced. It's at a point where you don't have an instant armor break weapon, so it's kind of like a weird dance that you have to do with him to whittle down his shield before you can shield throw at him, and I think that's really, really well done.
I'll agree
Good
with that.
points.
But back to barracks. The third one you fight, third and fourth, they're in a pair. So you fight the one on the bridge. You work your way down, and then you have the other one that pops up behind the Hell Knight, and then you go down. Then you have the group of fodder, and then you got some shield soldiers, and then you go up, and there's on each staircase there are 2 of them. Of course, you can shield throw after you damage their shield and break them both at the same time. But that encounter, first time playthrough, I'm not saying like there shouldn't be like skill check moments or there shouldn't be things to throw you off, but that's one of those things that's really hard to avoid, just because of the placement and the awkward placement of it. It just feels a little corny to me. But I do love the counters. I love, like to your point, like I agree with that. It's just there are certain moments like barracks where I feel like it's too unfair because of his hit scan nature.
Yeah, totally. Yep, no, fair enough.
And I was also going to point out, it does make sense. Like, you can tell them apart when they're grouped with other shield soldiers, but one of the complaints I was getting, hearing from people when the game launched, was that on their own, they are just not enough. They're not different enough for people to be able to, at a glance, before they really familiarize themselves with them. They are. It's not easy.
That's
Sure.
fair.
Not easy to tell them. But anyways,
You're reskin.
maybe we shouldn't spend this much time
Yeah,
on.
I'm looking. I'm like, wow, all that
Chain
for
gunner.
like a reskin. All right. Well, technically, he is a reskin, like an actual reskin. Anyways, so we'll move on to Cyclops Titan, and I'll preface the Cyclops Titan by saying we kind of group majority of the Titans together, if I recall correctly, just based on their function and overall design. Because let's be real, there's like 3 different Titans, design wise, but most of them are just like the basic like dreadnought like reskin. That's just the race of Titans. But here we got the Cyclops Titan, and yeah, Ethan, you want to take this one?
Yeah, man. So with regards to the Cyclops Titan, he pops up, I think, halfway through Barrier Core.
Yes.
He first pops up there, and he's sort of a long-range heal to your Atlan mech. At that point in the game, you don't actually have the siege breakers. You're just sort of relying on punches and stomps. So he's almost a distraction to pull you away from the Titan you're currently fighting, which more often than not is a melee-focused Titan with the big clubs. So he's an immediate, really good heal when you're that low level in the game. Design-wise, I think he's sensational. He's a very strong departure from the existing Titans. He doesn't have those big sweeping horns on the side of his face. His feet are actually a little bit different. He doesn't have the sort of same arrangement of quote-unquote toes. So he is technically a slightly different creature to the other Titans. And I think that makes for a really good, again, if we're talking about identifying the certain demon on the battlefield, you instantly know when a Cyclops Titan has spawned because he is so vastly different from the others, and that makes him a top priority. I really like his laser eye ability. The fact that he can shoot 3 or 4 bolts at you, and you're able to shift, like you dodge between them as you move up towards him and get in close. I feel like he has a really good dance about him, much more than the regular Titans at least. I think he's a really, really cool character, and looks a lot like the Dread Knight from Eternal, just as a extra point. I think it's very interesting.
No, I think it's interesting as well.
Yeah, I want to add to that his functionality. So his little like laser eye thing, I think that's one of the best parts of the Atlan segments, because you can keep one of them alive and just in your distance. And siege breakers or not, you could just refill your combos and just obliterate whatever you're fighting. Especially if he spams it, you can get 4 charge shots right there.
Absolutely, absolutely.
In terms of story, let's be real, like all the Titans are just kind of like, oh yeah, they're Titans, like they just they exist. But I like the Cyclops Titan because it's like the first Titan other than the Icon of Sin he's the first Titan that we see who's truly like different in terms of visuals. And on top of that, we have been told about these giant titanic hell beasts and like the Cyclops and stuff, and the fact that we finally get to see him is cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like the variety a lot.
Absolutely.
I think it also sort of gives us a glimpse, like a proper glimpse into what sort of technology Hell has on their own without the UAC, and it's pretty interesting that while it is kind of crude and medieval, it's also pretty advanced. I mean, they're working with things that are just about on par with some of the demons from Eternal in 2016. So to think of it, they really didn't even need the UAC. They were capable of pulling off Titan-sized augments, laser eyes, and the sort of mech fist they've got going on without any help whatsoever, which I think is interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't really get to see a lot of tanky stuff, so I agree. I do like that. You have anything to add,
totally.
Yeah. By the way, I haven't talked in a while. Does my mic sound good?
Yeah, sounds great, man.
Okay. So Ethan was talking about the bolts. I have like a love-hate relationship with them because I'm sure on like a little lower difficulties are fine, but when I'm trying, I play like on 140, 150 with the projectile speed like almost to the max.
Right.
So it's kind of hard for me to dodge those, but again, I think that's just me. But I do really like the bolts though, because they add more uniqueness to this variation of the Titan. which again we haven't really seen that before, and I think we're gonna see more because before the stream, there were like some talks of us talking about the concept art for some of the demons here. Recently, an unused concept art for a Cyber Demon Titan actually came out, and I feel that like with these designs coming in, and especially with the Cyclops Titan, that more unique Titans is kind of like what we need right now. I wouldn't say need, but just
I feel like they're on the way.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see. But as for the story, I don't know if there is anyone like any story to this, but for, Eternal mentions that the Cacodemons had like ancient cycloptic ancestors or something like that, and
yeah, they're like derived from like an evolution.
Shout out to Monologue in the Doom Discord who I don't remember exactly what he said, but he corrected me, but I still think that there's a connection to be made. I don't know.
No, 100%. Yeah, like, I think there are certain things like that this game kind of pulls from the Eternal Codex and brings into reality, and I think that's one of them. Other ones being Archdemons and whatnot, but yeah, I think that's an awesome connection that we get to see that.
I had a question. Are we taking like gameplay bugs into consideration as well? Because there is a bug with the guy. I don't know if it's still in the game, but where he can sort of fire his thing before like the visual cue and sound.
I don't think I've come across that noticeably.
To the Cacodemon hybrid as well. If we take that into account, I would say that's bugged the shit out of me a good handful of times and enough to well, I mean, at least be considered. But if we're not going to consider that, then I would put this guy in Adrian Carmack tier.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say that's where I was going to place it exactly. Yeah,
that's you, Soap.
I was going to say Absolute Doom, but now some further thought. I think Adrian Carmack tier is a pretty good way.
And Adrian Carmack's not bad at all. This is just he's a great designer. That's just how the tier list is. I feel like I'm doing shit. You tried to do Sandy Peterson last time, and I was like, no, we're not doing Sandy Peterson. You did?
Ridiculous.
I love Sandy Peterson. Just real quick before we move on, we have Salim in chat. What's up, dude?
Oh yeah, shout out to Salim. Hello, Salim.
He did make a funny comment earlier. Ambient for the Cyclops Titan because Titans only can be killed by the Crucible. That's great.
Yeah. Anyways, closing things about the Cyclops Titan. Great addition to the mech sections, and the mech sections would not be the same or as engaging without them at all.
We need 100%.
Yeah, Hato said if we were to have different Titans, then the island gameplay would be more in depth and longer, or possibly longer.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anyways, let's move on. So next we have the Acolyte. So the Acolyte was Doom the Dark Ages, and boy, oh boy, this was quite a polarizing enemy, like the Spirit. And funny enough, he was kind of compared to both the Spirit and a sort of reinterpretation of the Archvile. When that's
I feel like he's the same Archvile. The games are just fine.
Yeah, I mean equivalent. He's not supposed to be a replacement, but like the Summoner or the Spirit, he's like up that he
fills
alley.
That role.
Yeah, he's the annoying nuisance that you're like, let's get him off the screen first or ASAP. In terms of story and his place in the lore, I love seeing more of the Cosmic Realm, and this is really the only glimpse of the Cosmic Realm that we get to see outside of the demons. So obviously the Eldritch influence has reached the Argenta, and these are some priests, not like Sentinel priests like the Day Council, but just some lower end priests, and that's essentially what these enemies are. They succumb to the influence of the Eldritch power.
The Eldritch Touch of the Witch.
Yep.
Well, I was gonna say, aren't these guys one of like 3 enemies in the Dark Ages that are not demons at all in any capacity?
You got this guy, the Maker Drone, and who else?
Well, you have the
there's the Creed as well, I suppose.
Yeah.
And the Witch, and the old one before he's Mecha. Anyways,
would you count the tentacles too?
No, I think that's like
he actually has 30 tentacles. Acolyte is ET tier. Oh, Emerson Tongue. Oh, that's disgustingly high. What the hell? Even Hugo Martin has called this guy, like, we need to make toilet paper out of him. He is, like, this game's nuisance.
I will say, playing on default speed, because I haven't had enough time to really experiment with anything above 100%, I don't find them to be all that annoying. The red versions, what do you call them?
The leaders.
Okay, the one where you gotta you gotta rip their heart out. Yeah, not being able to shield stun them does make them a bit of a challenge because they sort of zip all over the place and summon their little Ash variant. But the normal ones, honestly, I don't really have too big of an issue with them. They're pretty simple to take out. They have a low health pool and they look cool. I would put them in Adrian Carmack personally.
Yeah, no, I don't have severe problems, but there are like annoying segments. Like, there's like the final confrontation before, or excuse me, like the final true arena on the final mission. I'm blanking. What's it called? Someone remind me.
Retribution.
Reckoning.
Yeah. So the final. I thought someone said resurrection. I was like, okay, that's not the last level. Yeah, thanks, Sneaky J. Cool. So like the final encounter before like the big battle before the boss, you know what I'm talking about, where there's like the final encounter where you come around the corner.
Final Vagary.
No, before that one.
Vagary champion.
When there's a Baron, and then you fight another Baron with a Cyber Demon and a freaking yeah. That's like one of the toughest arenas with him in my opinion. And other segments like what's the optional arena in that same mission?
Oh my god, nightmare.
Two of the worst possible placements for them in game, but I don't have a problem with it. Like I think they're strategic, but there are certain times where you said the thing about the leader at the beginning of Belly of the Beast. If you use tools like the rocket launcher and its charged burst shot, you can kind of cook the when you're fighting the Cosmic Baron there. You can kind of keep cooking your rockets and shooting them at the Acolyte, and you can just kind of cheese them.
I will say that Belly of the Beast encounter is the only time I find them to be a true nuisance, and that's simply because with the way the arena itself is designed, their purple portal attack thing is just an absolute pain in the ass to deal with.
Well, there's a lot of projectiles, like crazy projectiles in that arena, especially that last phase. And you can't get back up on that hill unless you run through it. You know what I'm talking about? Like that main hill.
Yeah.
But yeah. So in my opinion, they're great. They're not, they're still annoying, but I think that they're smart enough to not annoy me as much as things like what people take of the Archvile.
Mm-hmm.
So I would personally put him in like a high Adrian Carmack.
Adrian Carmack works for me.
Yeah, very polarizing.
With that.
What do you think, Soap?
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So next we got the Stone Imp from Eternal. You wanna take this one, Horde?
The Stone Imp from Doom Eternal. Woo! A lot can be said about this little guy, especially in reference to the community reception. However, he, as an enemy, is just a reskinned imp that can only be directly and easily killed through either the hammer or the full auto shotgun. However, you can still kill him otherwise. He just is pretty tough. Design-wise, I will say, as someone who's just a little iffy on the standard 2016 and Eternal imps, I like the white and purple more. I think it's more unique. I don't mind them too much in gameplay. I don't like them. I don't think they add all that much to the gameplay, and I would rank them probably amongst my least favorite of Modern Doom's demons. However, wow. I don't hate them as much as some people do, and they're I don't think they really have any lore outside of you need to create rumble outside of their skin to mush up their insides or whatever.
Yeah, like break through their flesh. Yeah.
Yeah. So, personally, don't hate them, don't love them.
That's wow. I feel like, I never really thought about it in a negative way. I love them. I really do. I think a lot of people think they're lazy, and I see someone talk about it right now in chat. but I feel like they really, and that's their purpose, and everyone knows it. But as a reskin, they're unique to the eye, especially with their new ability and color scheme. But I love how they incentivize the use of like the newly buffed full auto mod for the shotgun, and I love fighting them in groups. Like that first arena with them, it's satisfying to me.
Mm-hmm.
But
For me personally, I think I'm soured by the ending of Amora.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, so that giant platform that you swing up to after that arena, you're hammered by stone imps, and it's like I understand the purpose of it. It's like, oh, have fun before the final boss. It's not fun. I'm not having fun by just pulling out my full auto shotgun and going, brrr. You know, I'm not engaged by the combat as much as I am in some of the other combat encounters. I think its little Sonic role is quite charismatic. It's sort of visually appealing. It's funny. It's you know, it's cool. But like, there's nothing else about it that's particularly appealing. The fact that you almost need to use the full auto shotgun for it to actually for you to effectively harm the creature, it's not it doesn't speak to me. I don't like it.
that's fair.
That's valid.
What do you think, Soap?
And I was going to, before Soap goes, I want to just while we're on topic, that final arena I think is sort of a disappointment because you have this major battle. I think it's probably the hardest arena that Amora throws at you. And then you have this awesome cutscene going to hunt down the Dark Lord. You land on this big platform, and then it's just like a handful of stone imps. And it's not even one of those things to me where it's like, yeah, you know, have fun. It's like, it just kind of, to me, it almost felt like padding. Like you're just sort of wasting time dicking around before you really get to throwing hands with the ultimate final boss of Doom.
Cool.
I agree with that statement. Sorry, I was like, let me answer that real quick. So I do agree. Like, I understand having fun before the final fight and just, you know, taking a chill pill, but it's so like cliche. You have this awesome cutscene, this awesome set piece, and then it pulls that cliche of like, oh no, guys, the big bad's coming, and you see the door opening, and you see like the big shadow of the monster. Then the camera pans down, it's like a tiny dog making a big shadow. That's what that fight felt like. Yeah. It was like, okay, like this is like the coolest cutscene ever, and then I'm fighting like little fodder. You know, it's just a little before the final fight. That's like, it's a little underwhelming, but I don't mind the fight, just the placement of it. You know, I'll agree with that 100%.
Soap.
Okay. So yeah, I agree. I think I thought about it like a little bit, and I think that final cutscene before you fight all these Sonims, you know, would have been cool. Like maybe a fight to the throne room. I think that would have been cool.
Yeah.
But like starting in one room, like battling through Amora's like final sort of chamber, and then into the throne room where the final mission begins. But as for the Sonip itself, I have a very love-hate relationship with them. I like the Sonic Charge. It's funny. I like how they look. I like their design. It's just why? Like why? I mean, I like them, but why are they here? I feel like something else could have filled that slot. I mean, I know that they didn't have a lot of time, but
well, we can talk about the whole reskin thing when we get to it. I see in a few slots right now we have the Armored Baron, so we can talk about it more there. But the whole reskin element is very polarizing. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm gonna so there's one problem I had with the Sonip that has haunted me ever since, even before Ancient Gods dropped, Ancient Gods 2. I'm gonna talk about it when we get to the Riot Soldier. It's a small story, okay. But it's it's something.
Oh, good. We'll get there. So, final words.
Reskin, I'd say.
Reskin.
Flop them and reskin.
I really don't. I'd put it in ambient. Like, maybe it's just because I'm soured because I kind of expected like this big, defense. Pushing forward to protect the Dark Lord before you go in and finally kill him at the end of Imora. But I'm really soured by the fact that it's fucking stone imps.
I really wish.
So for me, ambient.
We To be fair though, they tried everything else to stop the Slayer. What they never tried at any point was
a cluster.
No,
of
they
stone
did. They tried that the first time you fight them.
Hmm.
Wow, maybe they thought second time's the charm. All right.
So
well, okay. I say ambient. Icon. What would you say? Adrian
I would
Carmack?
say low Adrian Carmack because I do like them. I do.
Why don't we put Reskin to meet in the middle?
Okay.
All
right. Reskin above or below this dude right here. I think he's a better reskin than the Chain Gunner. Really?
No.
Sure.
I don't. Okay, fine.
I put him below Chain Gunner.
All right. It's 2 against 2. We'll just do it. I'll bite the bullet since yeah. Okay. All right. Next we have the Battle Knight, and I'll go and preface this one by saying this is one of these instances where the enemy is just unique enough to be at its own slot, because the Battle Knight does have overall its design is different. Even the armor, compared to the other armored enemies, it has one of the most unique armor designs, and it has one of the most distinct attack patterns. Changes up the arena completely. But yeah, so essentially it's just one of the many various battled in varieties of the enemies, and it adds more of a ranged aspect and a bit more. They're a bit more of a brute force than the Hell Knights themselves, but I do love how they force you to sort of engage with the loop more. Not too much to say about them, because there are plenty of other and in my opinion better armored variants. But what do y'all think?
I would have to say for Battle Knight, what the standard Hell Knight should have been. They should be the default Hell Knight.
I agree.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Hell Knights are reduced down to... I mean, and we'll talk about it more when we get to the Hell Knight, but Hell Knights are reduced down more to, I would say, like, eternal fodder, just type demon. Like, they are so weak, and if it wasn't for the parry attack, they would just be almost meaningless. So they're reduced down to that, which makes the Battle Knight feel more like an actual Hell Knight. And sick design. It throws an axe, has that interactivity of being able to heat up the armor, throw your shield, has more parry attacks, it's more aggressive, it feels better to fight. It's an awesome enemy, and regardless of the standard or leader variant, I would put it in, I would actually go as far as to put it in Emerson Tongue, like low Emerson Tongue tier.
Okay.
But what do you guys think about that?
You have anything you want to say, Ethan? Or Soap?
I think I love the Battle Knight. His design is, when you think about like an ancient tribe of demons that have served to protect the Dark Lord, this is sort of what I think of, not the Hell Knight that we've known.
Dinosaur Heretics Internet is shitting itself at the moment, so
I forgive him.
We're gonna have to. I don't know how we're gonna do this, but we're gonna have to move on without him for a minute.
All good? Yeah, 100%. How about you, Soap? You want to finish your statement, Soap?
Yes, I do. Yeah. So when I think Hell Knight, this is what I think of. I think it should have been the default Hell Knight. Because, like, say you have the super shotgun and you go to Hebeth and that small cutscene plays out where the Hell Knight is introduced.
Yeah.
He jumps in front of you, but if you have that shotgun, just simply you can just one shot him. It's hilarious. But I think the Battle Knight is up there, like Emerson Tongue.
I will say, and this goes for more of ranking the Hell Knight for Dark Ages, but without the Battle Knight, I would dislike Hell Knights in the Dark Ages a lot more, because they'd be much more of a pushover. But the Battle Knights here, I like them. Like, they're good. I'm not crazy about them, but like I do like fighting them. Like, they are genuinely fun. One of the better heavy enemies. But I will say, this is what Hell Knights used to feel like. They used to feel this like brooding and menacing and scary and like the way they rush you. They have more options this time around, and it makes, like, when they rush you, it makes you kind of tremble in your britches a little bit if you're in like a big combat encounter, more so than the standard ones, because like we said, the standard ones have a lot of weaknesses this time around. But
my internet's back.
Oh, awesome.
I just want to
Wicked.
I just want to so I just pulled up the Battle Knight lore. So first of all, I think he's fucking sick. I really like his helmet design. The fact that it sort of covers his eyes and he's sort of trained by pure hatred to know where Doomguy is and to seek him out and destroy him. I think that's really really cool. But I've got the lore pulled up here. Battle Knights are the apex champions of Hell's arenas. When warlords are consumed in Hell's conquest of other worlds, their tormented souls are entwined with those of the Battle Knights to strengthen them. They are trained specifically in the art of slaughter, participating in endless trials. In the Horde, they act as relentless enforcers. Dude, that's sick.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And
Yeah,
I agree with what you guys have been saying. It should have just been the base Hell Knight. Right now in game, it's sort of like a Dread Knight, kind of. But ultimately, because the base Hell Knight is such a pushover, it's almost equivalent to like Imp Stalker in terms of how much of a pushover it is. I feel as though there should have been some sort of intermediate step between Battle Knight as what would be the base Hell Knight, the Dread Knight replacement, and then sort of your Barons and your Agadons. And that's kind of unfortunate, but as it stands, the Battle Knight is fucking sick.
When it comes to the knight enemies, we could probably sit here for the rest of the stream and talk about the knights. I could go on about them forever. But to make it short, first of all, Salim says Battle Knight is a better implementation of the Armored Baron, and I would have to agree with that. And which does
100%.
make sense because the Armored Baron was a test for Dark Ages armored enemies. So that does. Yep. Design-wise, I think we had previously mentioned maybe bringing up concept a little bit. And it's a little hard to talk about without being able to plop it up on screen. But there are quite a few Battle Knight designs that I feel really get that point of it just being maybe like the standard Hell Knight across a little more. And I would not have minded at all if it was just the standard Hell Knight and it used one of the unused like gladiatorial type designs.
Yeah.
But as it stands currently, I still love the where it looks right now, or how it looks right now.
I'm just pulling up the art book now for the Dark Ages, and I know exactly what you mean. Obviously, we can't show some of this artwork, but there's one of a Hell Knight just with sort of these leather straps, kind of like very light gladiator armor, and a wooden shield, and that's just listed as the regular Hell Knight. And then with the Battle Knight sort of armor ideation, there was those 3 levels, and they kind of resemble the Barons with the horns and whatever else.
Yeah.
So I agree. I think it would have been cool if the base Hell Knight was just an armored champion, instead of there being sort of levels to it.
There's levels to this shit.
All right. That being said, I think we need to move on a little bit. Yeah, love the Battle Knight. It's not.
We've got 2 hours left.
Yeah. It's not like a super crazy. I'm not crazy about him, but not super opinionated. But I do like him. I would personally put him in a mid Absolute Doom. I know y'all seem to want it to be ranked higher, so I'm willing to compromise, of course. So what do y'all think?
Emerson Tongue.
We'll say low Emerson Tongue. We'll put him currently at the lowest of Emerson Tongues.
The only
I think is fair.
So yeah, Hato says Emerson Tongue, 100%. 1 sec, I want to take a minute to read chat. C Doom's here. He says he's asking if we're doing chat interaction. Yeah, we are. We're just trying to keep things rolling. We'll go in between and read them. We got Boss Drinker back in chat. Yeah, Boss Drinker hates acolytes, but they are mid.
We I think we should try to speed this up. We got like a shit ton of guys to go through, 100%. And we've spent about 30-40 minutes on these guys. Or 20 minutes actually. Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so
40 minutes.
Ethan, you wanna take the Eternal art, all right, and Sean?
Dude, what a pain in the ass. So it was the first heavy you sort of encounter in Doom Eternal, and it very much introduced you to the idea of weak points. Now, obviously, weak points aren't a system that you have to exploit throughout the entire game, but especially in those opening levels, targeting those weak points does make life a hell of a lot easier. And so, being given both the full auto and the sticky bombs, you can take them out pretty easily if you're sort of mindful of your ammo consumption. That starts to change later in game, though. He becomes a bit more of a nuisance, a bit more of a standing turret that sort of takes pot shots at you while you're distracted by a Baron or fodder or Hell Knights or whatever it may be. Design-wise and lore-wise, taking cues from the Spider Mastermind, the Olivia Pierce Spider Mastermind, I think it's sensational. and I really like it visually speaking. Combining it with the game
Oh no, are we losing him?
play though, bit of an asshole. Personally, I put him in low absolute doom.
Okay.
Are we what?
He just cut out for a second, I think. So you say low absolute doom?
Sorry, we're good. Yeah, probably low absolute doom, high Adrian Carmack.
Okay. Yeah. I'll agree with most of your statements. Except I think I tend to enjoy them a bit more. First act of the game, they're a nuisance. But I love.
I do too.
Yeah, I love how they teach you so much about the combat loop. But like you know, I noticed you said you don't have to prioritize weak points, but everything about him is like the loop. Like you have such a big falter option there. Whether or not you blood punch him or you the weak points, and because it's such a tricky shot in comparison to things like the Mancubus, so it early on it teaches you to prioritize either sticky bombs or precision bolt, and teaches you the faltering system. They kick your butt. They force you in the first act of the game to tighten up, and if you don't, then you're not going to get it. So I respect them for that. And remind me if I'm correct me if I'm wrong. After like Tag 2's release, didn't they nerf him for the lower difficulties, or did they buff him? Do y'all don't remember?
I think they nerfed him.
There was.
I'll have to double check. I don't
remember
exactly
there was an
but
update for
there was
him.
definitely some AI changes.
But yeah, so like at launch, I can't quite remember exactly, but as of right now, I love them, and I think in the first act especially they shine the most. They become a little bit more pushovers later because you have more sort of sniping options with the ballista and stuff, so they become more of a pushover, and the double blood punch, all that stuff. So they all their ranged attacks like they're easy to counter. But first act, amazing, yeah.
I do want to say,
yeah, absolutely.
Icon, I do think the cutting out the internet issues were on your end. It seems like there was a little bit of a delay now, and your stream was lagging just a tad bit.
Really? Okay.
Maybe it's fixed now. You replied to me immediately. You were we'll move on. Don't need to touch on it if it's fixed. Yeah. Okay. Soap, what do you think of the Arachnotron? Eternal.
This is one of my favorite demons from Eternal.
Hell yeah.
I like it's one of the first demon designs that I fell in love with. I love the triple sort of turret thing they have. Story wise, I think it's very interesting to see what they did to tie Olivia Pierce into this, the Spider Mastermind. I love how it's just I think all the I think the factory workers are all like killed, and then the factory itself, mass producing these, just kept on going. That's why we see all of them in the game. But anyways, I think they're great additions to Eternal's roster, and yeah, the weak point system, turret. Like if you shoot the turret off, they just sort of walk around shooting grenades at you. It's funny.
Yeah.
I think he goes in Absolute Doom.
I'd have to agree.
I'd say Absolute Doom as well. And real quick, while we're just talking about everything, another good he pointed out design. I love his design, especially in comparison to the Arachnotron. In classic Doom, you have the Spider Mastermind and the Arachnotron were essentially like a reskin with some very minute differences, but this time around they tried to change him up enough for him to be unique while still being true to his like the plasma cannon over hit scan, all that stuff. I like the more scorpion look to him, because they're also arachnids, and like instead of having like a lower cannon, he has something kind of coming around the top. I like that a lot.
Real quick, first of all, hello, Raven Stoic.
Hey, what's up?
So we have a question: are glory kills taken into account? I would say no.
Yeah, I'd say no.
I also say no.
Because they're all so good. I didn't know.
And aren't the Vega Hotter Than the Sun says, aren't the Arachnotrons made from the OG Mastermind? I don't think that's a thing anymore because of...
In Classic Doom it was.
I would say, now that we have original, Hell Arachnotrons and Dark Ages, I would say that's probably off the table now.
As opposed, like, when talking about the Eternal one, absolutely. But as a whole, as a species,
Well, oh yeah,
these were just cybernetically augmented by the UAC cultist division. So that's how it ties into the story there. Cool stuff. I like how they carry on the Olivia's legacy and Eternal. But yeah. Anyways, Absolute Doom. Is that where we're voting?
Absolute Doom.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Soap. You wanna take the Dark Ages Arachnotron?
Now we gotta talk about this guy. So earlier, not even earlier, like about a minute ago, they used plasma. The Eternal ones used plasma instead of hit scan. These guys, okay, these guys are like a hit scan, and if you're active in the Doom Discord and you check the Ripitorium forums, there is a certain preset made by one of these people in here. one of these people in this. One of us here. It's a crude name. He overuses them to the point where it's unbearable, and it makes me hate this game. It makes me lose my mind. But that's besides the point.
What kind of stupid asshole would do that?
I know. I really hope he's not here in this chat or even in here. But I think I heard great things about Ethan's preset. I don't even know who that is. I don't even know. But Dark Ages Arachnotron, design-wise, beautiful. Love the realistic spider legs. Gameplay-wise, this is the same thing with the Cacodemon, which we'll talk about eventually. They're just like the hit scan on higher difficulties is just it will kill you in like 2 seconds. But design-wise, I think that's really what's carrying it here, in my opinion. Like the lore too. Vega had in the sense that I like they're actually blind. Yeah, me too. It's just I think the design and lore is what's going for them. That's my opinion.
Well, I think they have gameplay going for them as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, like I want to say so, but it's just the hit scan is.
Well, they definitely
insane.
are like the Hell Knight. They are more of a pushover compared to their Eternal counterpart. However, this is another one of those instances, like the other Arachnotron, where I feel like it utilizes all of your arsenal combos to, like, for example, this time this is shield. Last time it was like the weak point and faltering system and blood punch, whatnot. But this time it's like every aspect of your shield you have a counter to the Arachnotron. Whether it's like
absolutely,
you can kind of one hit him if you charge your shield, or you can shield stun him and just unload. You could dash into him without a charge shield and super shotgun him to death. Quickly. There's a lot of options there.
Well, I also wanted to add that they are sort of a glass cannon enemy that forces you to play a little aggressive, and I like when the game sort of pushes you to play more in a more aggressive way.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You either charge into them and take care of them immediately, or they're just gonna kind of hit you. It is a very low level enemy that's introduced fairly early on, but they don't joke around. They make you play fast and aggressive. You either follow their rules and take them out quickly, or you die. You get pounded from behind and you die.
When I see them, immediate shield bash, super shotgun. That kills them instantly.
I will say I do like, again, in terms of like your utility. I do like the idea of he's like a turret that you can temporarily stun just by like throwing your shield, and that's like go in for an opening. I love that idea. One thing I don't like though is how I like how I understand it's like different this time around. He's a different character. I get it. But I do like Eternal's Arachnotron better because I like the idea of him also being not just a ranged pressure unit, but a melee pressure unit. When he disables his gun, he becomes more of like he gets in your face. I do wish this one had a sort of, I know it's a different loop, but I do wish there was like an equivalent there.
Yeah. I would put it in Absolute Doom just below the Eternal Arachnotron.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Yeah, I agree. Yep. I do want to interject with a theory I have. I'm of the belief that the Dark Ages Arachnotron is the larval stage of a Bulgar, the cyber demon.
You're
demons.
being removed from the chat. Sorry, bro.
It has the same.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
It has the same features, just at least in the face. So it's got 2 pairs of 2 eyes, so 4 eyes in total.
Like the mouth.
Mandibles, as it grows, would turn into the mandibles of the cyber demon. It's got the same antlers over its eyes. Even the fingernails on the toes, they match the sort of wrist-mounted spikes on the Balgar. So I'm under the impression that they are at least, if not larval stages of the larger demon, at least very closely related. And that's just through the visual storytelling aspect.
100%.
Is about to come up.
Real quick before we settle on this one, Vega pointed out. What's up, Vega? He pointed out that he hates the armored one's bombs, and again, that's one thing we haven't talked about with this one. Is in my opinion, he is the weakest armored variant. He has one more moveset that's different for the most part, and there are just times where it can be a little annoying. It's not overwhelming, but it's just meh to me, his armored variation. But that doesn't really change my opinion of him.
We'll get to it when we get to it too.
Yeah, I believe the armor one's on here.
Wait, that's separate?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
That's the only reason I bring it up.
All right, we'll get to it then. We gotta get to it. We can't keep spending time on these little guys before we get to the cool guys.
Next, I see one right there.
Next, we have the greatest Tag 2 edition, in my opinion. What do you have to say about that, Horde?
Yeah, I agree. I think. Oh, sorry.
No, you know what, dude? You go ahead if you have a lot to say. You go right ahead.
Okay. I think the Armor Baron, the Armor Baron and the Bloodmaker is probably the strongest Ancient Gods enemies. In terms of their impact on the game. I think design-wise, story-wise, gameplay-wise, I think they're the best ones.
Mm-hmm. Salim disagrees.
The Armor Baron specifically. Salim, tell me more. Salim.
Yeah,
I want to know more.
For the first time.
Yeah, but well, okay. I think the Armored Baron is. I love the story of them. I love their designs. So I'm gonna have to go maybe Absolute Doom Adrian Carmack or low Adrian Carmack. I mean, sorry. High Adrian Carmack or low Absolute Doom, but one of my favorite things about him is how you can use the weak point to shatter its armor. It's sort of like a time trial thing where if you don't kill him in time, he gets his armor again, and you have to do it all over again. But another one. Go ahead.
I've got 2 maybe controversial opinions about the Armored Baron. I don't know.
I'm about to unsubscribe.
First one, I think it does the sort of proto parry without having an actual parry mechanic. Is significantly better than the Marauder does. I think it does a lot better with that sort of green-eyed parry flash. However, I don't really like the design, specifically because I think the material they used on the armor itself looks sort of plasticky. So it looks like they just sort of dipped them in unmolded Lego plastic and called it a day. And I'm just not a fan of the way the armor looks. If the armor, even if it was just like a different type of material, I think I would like it more. So design-wise, I would have to say is sort of down there for me amongst Eternals demons, but combat-wise, I would say it's up there near the top. I would be fine with putting it in low Absolute Doom or high Adrian Carmack.
Well, with
I agree with that. I do like the Mace Fist.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
The Mace Fist is so sick. I agree with the armor thing. So first of all, in the original concept art, it was red.
Yep.
Like sort of a crimson red.
Like Gamora.
Second of all, why are its horns covered in armor? That doesn't make sense.
Okay, dude, you just ruined it for me.
Well,
I have never realized that. Is that true?
Hold on. I actually, in one of the 2016 Baron Glory kills, the Slayer rips its horn off and kills it with its own horn. So I have always, for a time, thought, I wonder if that was an intentional thing where now they have armored horns to prevent the Slayer from ripping its horn off and beating it to death with its own horn.
I suppose so, but it doesn't look like the actual horn armor is connected to the helmet.
That's
so
lame.
that would sort
now
of
you're
like
just nitpicking.
you could still definitely tear off its horn. It is nitpicking, but I just think it's a weird thing to have like metal, quote unquote metal armor plating on its incredibly strong keratin horn. Very strange, but I do like the design. I agree, sort of high Adrian Carmack, low Absolute Doom.
Yeah, I will say in terms of design,
I love nitpicking the designs.
I can tell. In terms of the physical design, I do like how it connects to the story and like the journey to Amora, and this is kind of like a sneak peek as why is this like Maker Tech barren, and it kind of gives you some room to think for the next couple of levels, and then I like how it ties into the whole Amora and like is like a reverse Urdak or vice versa, I should say. In terms of combat and gameplay, I think we need to appreciate what he did, because I mean we all know this is clearly like a proto Dark Ages armor sort of mechanic. This is what it started.
Oh yeah,
as.
That was confirmed, which is great.
100%. And I think a lot of people saw the comparisons there. I agree with Horde's statement. I think it as like a one-on-one dance, it did it a little bit better than the Marauder initially did, in terms of like the pairing or equivalent of like countering and like stunning him and stuff. But not super crazy about like I don't think he's like, oh, this is the best demon ever. But in terms of what he brought to Eternal, I think this is the best we've gotten as an additional demon that's not a boss.
Yeah, we'll put it in. I would say high Adrian Carmack.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Or do we want to do?
I think I'd put it in low Absolute Doom personally, but so cool.
Well, hey, we can do that. We don't have Soap to be a tiebreaker, so we can do that. Soap's using the restroom.
Oh, awesome. All right, now we got the 2016 Baron. If you want to take this one, Horde, this time.
I do. I have what I think may be the most controversial opinion I'll have on this whole tier list here, because people eat this guy up. They love him. I think he is not nearly the threat that people make him up to be, because you get really good upgrades around, like you can have solid upgrades capable of just wiping this guy off the board before you even meet him for the first time. Design wise, I've always thought the pink Barons are a step down from the tan Barons, which are the classic Hell Knights, and they don't have the fur on the legs. It's a good design. I don't think it's the same as like the Gladiator type design from Eternal, and I think they are not as strong as people make them out to be. When you play the game for the first time, you shit your pants while they're fighting you, but this game's been out for a decade, and now you just sort of walk over them. I mean, there's nothing much to them. They're cool. They have cool glory kills. They look cool. Not as cool as I feel like a lot of people say they are. So for me, I'm gonna have to put them in, I would say above the Armored Baron, but below the Arachnotrons in Absolute Doom. That's my little opinion there.
I would have to agree. Just to keep in mind too, we have lumped the 2016 and Eternal Barons under the same entry.
Ooh, that hurts.
Primarily because like the design differences are minimal at best. Like,
they're visual mostly.
Dark grey and has, exactly.
Really?
And then it has the wrist blades. Ultimately, they play the same way. They're bruisers. They slash at you and then they'll throw the over the head projectile at you.
I'm gonna.
So ultimately, they are the same character to me. I think design-wise, Horde, I agree with you. I think it's a massive missed opportunity to not lean more into the goat aspect. Having those quote-unquote hairy pants would have done wonders for that character. I do think he is a pushover, though, in both 2016 and Eternal. 2016, you can just chainsaw him, and that's what, like 5 pips or something? 6 pips?
Yeah.
And there's so much fuel lying around that you can demolish them. Besides that, you also have the instant Gauss cannon and the micro missile into the super lock-on burst for both 2016 and Eternal. They're pushovers, man. They I agree with Horde, probably above Armored Baron, below Arachnotron.
I'm actually going to have to throw this out here, and we're not going to change the tier list at any point, but I would have put them separately specifically because I love being able to shoot the molten skin off of the Eternal Baron and see their like skeleton through the glowing stuff. I would just design alone. I would put Eternal's Baron in high Emerson Tongue tier. combat-wise, step down from from 2016 even. I put it in Adrian Carmack. But anyways, so my glad you agree. My placement of the Baron is still absolute doom.
Yeah, I'll agree with in terms of visuals. Would have loved to see more goat similarities. I think everyone agrees with that 100%. However, I think the amount of fear they like put in the player, at least until they beat the game and master it. Wow, it's like the 2016 campaign trailer, not the initial like reveal, but like the campaign trailer where they had like him jump in at the end and just like pull the player in half. Freaking terrifying. And then meeting them in game and in the sanctum, that was just it was brutal. But you fought 3 sequentially, and just the way they jump and like leap at you and they come crashing down, it's just like every time it's like, oh crap, like every time. That's how it feels. However, late game, siege mode, you could cheese it, 2 at once. It's easy. Same thing with Eternal, too many, ice bomb, lock on, BFG. There's too much there for me to. So that being said, I think I like 2016's better, in terms of gameplay and design.
I would say it's even more easy to cheese them in 2016 because the plasma rifle stun bomb regenerates so fast, and that is like one of the first mods you can get for a gun.
I've actually never used that against them.
Really, I've been doing a PC playthrough for the first time of 2016, and it's just stun bomb and then super shotgun, Gauss cannon, whatever, then stun bomb, then you can just perpetually stun them. And to be fair, that goes for almost any enemy in the game before really taking that into consideration. But I do just want to add that, I mean, the fact that you can just pretty much repeatedly stun them and then blast through them with really high power weaponry, it kind of trivializes them after you get past the first encounter where they are scary. So
yeah, Salim says the hologram grenade also helps you into that. I completely agree.
That too.
The Necropolis, exactly. Like use the hologram on the Necropolis one before you like take the portal, or excuse me, before you jump down to like where the Titans are. There's 2 Barons that come out. If you just hologram them and siege mode them like 2 or 3 times, they're dead. It's easy. Every time.
Raven 6 Stoic says stun bomb is overrated, and we're not talking about weapons today. I do want to say that's bullshit. I do want to say that thing is probably. Yeah, I feel like it is so busted in Doom 2016, especially at max upgrade, that I would argue that's probably the reason why there's such a longer cooldown on Eternal's Ice Bomb, is because it's so and hey, it was so good in 2016 they had to make it a dedicated grenade type.
Yeah.
In Eternal. Mm-hmm. Anyways,
so low absolute doom, high Adrian Carmack. That's what we're thinking.
Do you agree with that?
Oh, he's back.
I'm just waiting for the Kakadu.
Oh, okay.
All right. That being said, Ethan, so if you want to introduce the Cacodemons, I believe we paired these as well.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. So we paired both the Eternal Cacodemon and the 2016 Cacodemon, primarily because they are the same visual design. There are some differences. For example, the Eternal Cacodemon explodes blue and has a pupil. But ultimately, they are fundamentally the same creature. I find the 2016 Cacodemons more threatening. The reason why is because they can't be as easily killed. You can't throw a sticky bomb in their mouth, and that puts them into an instant stagger.
And
overall,
mobility.
they just have that's it. And they have a more sort of... I think that the fact that it lacks a pupil is actually very, very unnerving. It sort of just silently floats up and can take a chunk out of you. The 2016 Cacodemon especially too, it spits those purple balls and they can blind you for a short period, makes your screen all fuzzy. Whereas I didn't get that much in Eternal. I'm sure it does happen, but like the fact that you can disable them so quickly, it sort of puts pause on them being an actual threat. But yeah, in terms of design, the fact that it mirrors the classic so closely, whilst also being an elevation of that design, I really appreciate it. I think the numerous face plates is a really interesting way to take the character. I will say I do like some of the early designs by Hugo Martin for the Cacodemon.
The more cosmic design.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Those are so cool. But as it stands, I think, taking into consideration gameplay and design, I would put them like high absolute doom. They are really, really cool.
Yeah, I think I'll have to agree with you about everything you said there. And I'll even add on to what you said. So, like, audio and visually, they're just terrifying, and they kind of sneak up on you because they're not super noisy. But there are times in like Argent Facility, like Returned, where you'll be like kind of on the outskirts, and you know that back area where there's like a couple cacodemons that like float in. They just float in out of nowhere, and if you're not aware, or if you're not paying close attention to like subtle sound cues, then they'll just jump scare the heck out of you. They'll come around one of the little caverns there and just jump scare you. It's terrifying. I love how they just like they float around. It's like unnerving, you know.
Yeah, totally. And it's just they have a disquieting silence about them. It's yeah, there's something very off about them. Whereas Eternal, it's far more cartoony, and they're a bit more almost comic relief with shooting the
little pop
sticky grenade in their mouth, and they pop and they sound like Pac-Man as they're powering down. So yeah, I think with that in mind, probably high absolute doom.
What about you, Soap?
Okay. So in my opinion on the Cacodemon is that these, I'm mainly talking about the design, but I think its design is like timeless. Like you can't really beat like the classic design, like the classic design. But it's the fact that it's carried over for this long, even like almost to Dark Ages, not quite there, but almost. You were talking about the concept art from earlier, the cosmic stuff. I really like the blue ideation of the 2016 Cacodemon. If you know what I'm talking about.
Are we talking? Sorry, I had to go take a piss. Are we talking about Hugo Martin's Cacodemon designs for 2016?
Yes.
They are brilliant.
Yeah, I love those.
Beautiful. Do we have a ranking of what we want to put it in?
We're getting there. We're getting there.
I said high absolute doom.
I like as a Cacodemon as a whole, like from 2016 Internal. If I was in charge, I would put him in Archdemon, but I don't think we're gonna get there. But I think Emerson Tongue, like high Emerson Tongue, better than Battle Knight.
I would say high absolute doom. Wait, so they're grouped in together, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Eternal and 2016.
Sorry, I'm late. I'm having to add my opinions. So this is probably one of the few demons I actually would take glory kills into consideration. I think there is such a almost an insultingly low variety of glory kills for Cacodemons across 2016 and Eternal. And in Eternal, your whole thing is glory killing them. It's just a grenade in the mouth. They want you to take care of them. They want you to glory kill them. I mean, it's the demon used as an example for glory killing in the air to replenish your dash while in the air. I mean, they want you to use them as dash replenish and as like a meat hook point. So for an enemy like that, where you're supposed to be glory killing it, to have so few glory kills and to have almost no variety whatsoever, I think that to me sort of impacts the Eternal version, and to some extent the 2016. It is a cool modernization of the original Cacodemon. However, to me, these guys are not like the absolute GOAT. They're not the best of the best. I do like them a lot.
Well, I will say there are times where sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. There are times where that sort of element of their gimmick of popping a grenade in their mouth and taking them out easily, there are times where that's like used in very smart ways, or fun ways, I'd even say. A good example of this is like, and probably the biggest example is in the Samurai boss fight, that little in between. Sure, that's like a filler, just like a little breather between like the first and second half of the fight, but it was done very smart. And if you played the game and mastered the Cacodemon, and you know that a Cacodemon floats, it flies, and you utilize its weak points to sort of stay in the air. You know, you pop a grenade in its mouth to stun it, but you mostly use it as like a traversal method, you know. Did I lose y'all? Hello?
Kill variety and stuff made it seem like I was super duper hating on them. I do like the mechanic. It does sort of trivialize them to an extent in Eternal, much like how Dark Ages trivializes the basic Hell Knight. But I mean, I still like the Kaku.
Is something cutting out?
Are you bugging, dude? What's going on?
What's happening?
Who's someone bugging?
Icon's having a meltdown.
No.
Icon.
I spoke for like 40 seconds. Wait, are we having stream issues?
Disaster.
I mean, I was.
Did anybody hear Horde's...
I'm assuming it's on your end, because everyone here, aside from you, seems to have heard what I was talking about.
I got fiber internet. What's going on? Okay. I guess I'll ask chat. What did y'all hear in the last minute? I was yapping for like 45 seconds about how I there are times where the Cacodemons gimmick in Eternal is utilized, especially in like the Samurai boss fight.
Yeah,
y'all heard that?
We heard that.
I mean, to be fair, we all heard that, and they heard it too because it's your stream.
What?
So they'll hear it.
Dude, there was like a minute of nothing.
And then no one heard me. I was talking the whole time.
Okay. Well, I apologize.
Yeah, dog, you're bugging.
That's weird. I haven't had this problem yet.
Raven 6 Stoic says, I didn't hear Horde or anyone except you, Icon.
Oh,
in
your
your
faces. In your faces, yeah.
Alright, so to restate, because I feel like I had...
Oh, we got Alston in
I
chat.
had said something that contributed to what I... Oh, do we? Oh, hey.
We got Doom Dad himself. What's up, Alston? Did he cut out again?
I do think the glory kill variety, or lack thereof, is really... Shut the stream down.
Oh my god. Wait, I think someone donated a gift. Whoever did that, that's awesome. Thank you. I didn't see it.
What are we doing? I'm talking about fucking Christmas night.
Collapsing right now.
On stream. Who's cutting it out?
It
Just
keeps
Horde?
cutting out and in. It wouldn't be a problem if Icon's
I have fiber. Blame the fiber.
Internet wasn't blowing its load, dude.
Dude,
All
that
right,
is
where
crazy.
are we putting,
How dare you say that on my stream? How dare you?
Are we where are we ranking the Cacodemon? Where are we putting the Cacodemon?
I heard I didn't hear anyone else. I'm cool with putting him anywhere in like the middle.
Okay. Hold on.
I can't hear anybody else. Besides
Jesus
Horde.
Christ, dude.
I'm gonna put him here for now.
Oh, now Ethan's internet is shitting itself.
See?
So we're having all sorts of it. Everyone but me is having problems. Let's put the Cacodemon. Let's just put it. Yeah, top Adrian Carmack. That works for now.
Okay. Next, we'll get to the Cyberdemon from 2016 specifically as a boss.
I feel like that is such a massive enemy that we all need to contribute to. So we'll wait a minute. We'll give Ethan time to sort himself out, and we'll give your internet time to work it out. In the meantime,
listen to
are
Horde
you guys
narrate.
ranking based on what? Lore, design, gameplay, just out of curiosity. All of that. Lore, design, and gameplay.
Yeah. The 3 core pillars are just that, lore and world, place in the world. Visual and sound design as a second. And then third is just their behaviors and purpose in the combat loop. Do we got Soap here? Is he okay too?
Yeah, I'm alive. I'm alive.
Ethan, you here?
Yeah, no, Horde. I've heard you the whole.
Yeah,
the whole
we should be
time.
good. We should be good.
If I hear Horde, they can hear you. So I have heard you for the last like 2 minutes, Horde. The only people I don't hear is Ethan.
Gotcha.
So I think we're all taking turns getting.
Ethan's here now.
Okay, this is awesome.
We're
Cool.
good.
We good?
All right.
All right.
2016 Cyber Demon, the Ball Guard Demon. I'm gonna take this one. I don't
Absolutely.
care if you wanted to do it. Let me actually pull up the lore page really quick if you don't mind, because I want to get this.
Because you don't remember the lore
right.
like me.
Not off the back of my hand. Well, I remember it. I just want to get it right. I fucking. Hey, you know what? Side note, while we're here, we need to get the Doom fandom wiki. We need to get that fucking fixed.
Don't use that one. Use the
The
wiki.
other one has incorrect information.
Oh my god, really?
The other one has some of the codex entries are summarized instead of directly copied and pasted.
Here, Horde, I'm gonna give you a link in DMs. Give me a second.
I already got the one pulled up.
I know, but for future reference, this will prove useful.
Okay, cool. Anyways, so the Doom 2016 Cyber Demon, complete different species from the tyrants we see in Dark Ages and Eternal. They are. Let me get to the. Oh my fucking lord! This website's gonna make me pull my hair out. UAC file report DHVZI9L4. Considered to be the most significant marker of success in the development of Argent organic research, the Cyber Demon is the flagship creation of the Lazarus Project. The symbiotic union of a Balgar demon found during the second Project Lazarus manned expedition, that's a mouthful, and an Argent accumulator. This beast is capable of withstanding so much punishment that the creature must be kept in permanent suspended animation, which we know how that goes. Repeated attempts to subdue the beast prove unsuccessful, as when exhausted, the Cyber Demon simply replenishes its life force from the accumulator and attacks again with greater ferocity. Only by removing the Argent implant can the beast be restrained. The Cyber Demon remained in stasis until a suitable method of control can be found. What a baller codex. This guy can't be contained, he can't be controlled, he just fucks shit up, and when you put him down, he comes back and he's meaner. What an absolute incredible way to modernize the Cyber Demon.
I agree. A lot. His design is also very polarizing. A lot of people didn't like.
I love it.
They said he was moose-like, but I think the sort
he
of
may be, but
destroyed. I think the destroyed sort of like just jacked up unique demon. Like this is a breed of demon unlike any other. They're not just like a cyber demon. Like I like that idea a lot, and I love the horns. I don't have a problem with his design at all. I like the Argent accumulator aspect of the lore, where he's powered by what they're researching. He fits very well with the story of 2016.
Also being a sort of shadow lord who was killed during a battle in the Third Age as well, and then resurrected. Him throwing the Slayer in there and being ready for what seems like maybe round 2. It's sort of the aggression is implied that he was maybe put down by the Slayer initially, which I'm not like as big of a lore guy as Icon, but that does have some sort of implications that the Slayer was fucking around in hell for way longer than most people think before he was captured.
Can I add on to that?
Yeah, go for it.
There is an ancient battle talked about strictly and exclusively through the Eternal Lore book that came with the Collector's Edition that talks about a lost fight in which the Balgar demon helped claim a certain like territory, and it's like an old civilization, and it's very, very possible that like you said, the Doomslayer had a run-in with him back then. Not this one, but like maybe their species as a whole. Yeah, cool stuff.
I'm actually gonna be honest. Also, I've been sitting here yapping about lore and design. We haven't even talked about gameplay. I think it's a damn good
100%.
boss fight.
I think it's I'd say tied for the best boss fight in the game, 100%.
I'd throw him an Archdemon.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let me chime in. To be honest, I've only played the Cyber Demon boss fight once. But
Get him out of here.
Yeah, why are you in my chat, bro? Replace it with Alston.
But it was play what with Alston?
Nothing. So I'm gonna replace it with Alston.
I think that the Cyber Demon's boss fight was probably one of the best aspects of 2016. It lets you know that shit got real. So one of the things that I love about the 2016 boss fight with the Cyber Demon is that when you die, like it's due to a specific attack, but if you get like decapitated by like the sword, your head comes off.
Yeah.
And you just see it roll. And I wish we had that like in Eternal or Dark Ages, one of them. Maybe Dark Ages. Dark Ages would be awesome. But I think everything about that boss fight is beautiful. I can't believe how we haven't mentioned how he got we killed him, but then he got resurrected in the phase 2, I think. But
Oh yeah.
Love phase 2. Love phase 2.
Oh yeah.
all signs point to Archdemon.
Yeah. And again,
I 100% agree.
the way he's...
I do want
Sorry,
to
go ahead,
add on to that with the... I was going to say with the lore aspect. there is an extra paragraph that I'm not sure it was in the official codex entry, but there is one in the art book. These demons are of the highest rank among the denizens of hell. They offer service to no one, even the named demons. At first it was believed that this was in fact a unique demon, as it held reverence among the lower order, but a tablet found in the Temple of Korax revealed that it is a unique genus of demon, only found deep within the bowels of hell. So it gives credence to the idea that the Balgar isn't just one entity, there's multiple of them. It is a fucking badass, dude. Like, designed by Hiro Martin too, let's not forget that.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, wow. I will say...
So, designed by Hugo, plays like a fucking weapon, does not fear Doomguy at all, which I think in itself gives him a lot of character. He's so cool, dude. Not enough appreciation. I know we appreciate him here, but just in general, not enough appreciation.
Also, found in the bowels of hell. And where are we going in the Dark Ages DLC?
The bowels of hell.
Deepest pits
The
of
literal
hell.
bowels.
Maybe he'll come back.
But hell's butthole we're going to.
Yes, dude. Right in the sphincter.
Also, Horde.
He's an archdemon.
I'll talk about this more later, but I was replaying something the other day for a piece of footage, and Argent Denor in 2016 is also referred to as the Heart of Hell. So we now have 3 Hearts of Hell.
Why don't we just make that 4?
Anyways.
Like toilet on a good day.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Love his lore significance and his build-up. And correct me if I'm wrong, one of the coolest pieces of information is they found him on the same expedition that they found the Korax tablets in, correct? The UAC?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I think so.
And in a like abandoned temple. Yeah. Anyways. Cool. Next we have a very polarizing figure in terms of gameplay, but luckily he has a lot of
cue
lore.
ball.
The cue ball.
Onto the cue ball. So, personally, I would have to put the cue ball in Archdemon tier just based off design and gameplay function alone.
I'm okay with that.
Is that my favorite Doom character besides the Slayer? Is that
Hey brother,
him?
keep your summary to 30 words or less.
Yeah, we gotta
him?
get this rolling. Like actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Davos, beautiful character, love him. Everything great about him. Gameplay wise, not great. Story wise, lovely, beautiful. Archdemon right now.
He is just like goth Doom guy too. Like he's got the goth baddie.
It's like no one understands
You
me.
need to calm down.
I used to have it all.
Listen, if it was up to me, he'd be an ambient. Don't like the lore around him. Don't like the dark evil Doom guy clone. Don't like the boss fight. Don't really like anything about the Dark Lord. So I'll keep my summary short.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't tell if that's satirical or not.
No, I do not like him one bit. I would actually put him straight in ambient. One of my least favorite additions to Doom as a whole. I would put him as so much that it genuinely almost completely ruins Tag 2 for me on the merit of the Dark Ages alone, or I mean the Dark Lord alone.
Is this the first anyone's ever heard of that? Because I've never known you shared such a very differing opinion. He's like one of the most. Okay, yeah. Anyways, no criticism there.
No.
As the devil in Doom, I think it works perfectly. I had no problem with Tag 1 and 2's lore. I mean, of course, there were some issues with 2, but a lot of people thought 1 complicated it with the whole introduction and expansion of Erdak's history. But I thought it brought a lot more to the table, and I thought the explanation of the devil worked perfectly. It was a take on the whole Lucifer and God sort of depiction. It fits well, and I don't mind the sort of chosen one, like he helped create the Doomslayer thing. I don't mind that. I think it's cool. I think it, of course, I don't like when fiction makes like the whole chosen one argument, but I think it works here because it just fits with the universe and the brand.
I think it's a letdown. Okay, you know what? I don't want to sit here and spend. I think we got to get through this because we've got like a mountain of demons and about an hour and 20 minutes left. So, where do we want to put this guy?
I'm ambivalent. I think just right in the middle.
I would. All right. How about this? As Iconosim's take, I would put him in high Emerson Tongue in terms of riding alone. Boss fight, we all share the same opinion. I think I probably like his boss fight more than others, but in terms of everything else, I'm okay with doing like a mid to high absolute Doom. What do you think?
I would put him at the lowest absolute Doom simply because we're factoring in
gameplay, behavior.
Soaps wanting to put him in Archdemon, and then you guys wanting to put him in like Emerson Tongue, and I put in it is straight to ambient, so I feel like it evens out at about the midpoint of like below the Arachnotrons.
All right.
Yep.
Cue ball. I'm gonna
We can
go.
look through cue ball.
I'm gonna go high ambient because he's cool.
Yeah.
Literally ambient this time.
Yeah,
Like not even.
yeah.
No pun intended. All right. The pain elemental. I like the pain elemental a lot.
I love
the
him.
pain elemental.
Love the pain elemental.
I love the fact that in Doom 2, they reinvented him in a way that was true to the pain elemental, but not the annoying pain elemental that everyone remembered from Doom 2 and hated. He has combos and he has counters and stuff. And design-wise, he just looks like a cosmic entity with the mouths. But instead of being like more of a reskin of a Cacodemon or just too similar to the Cacodemon, now they're just kind of like a more menacing and overall different Cacodemon, especially with the lost soul behavior.
Yeah, totally.
Honestly, nothing I disagree with there.
Great glory
I do
kills
think
too.
he is a bit of a pushover in Eternal though, because you can just sticky his face and the lost souls around him disappear, and so as a result, you can quickly like swap between an explosive weapon and your sort of base fire weapon, and you can delete him pretty quick without him actually impacting you at all. I think once he sort of gets possessed by the spirits, that's when things change. But as he stands, he's sort of very, he's a bit of a pushover. Design-wise, he's fucking sick. Way better than the classic one, I think. Yeah.
I've got a little. We talked about previously how the Dark Ages Hell Knight is weak, and then the Battle Knight is what the Hell Knight should have been. I think Eternal has a similar situation where the Cacodemon in Eternal is a complete, absolute pushover, and then the Pain Elemental sort of takes the Cacodemon's place.
That's fair.
Like a standard
This is true.
Cacodemon.
Yeah,
This is true.
A maxed out ballista
Gameplay and
does take
design-
him down easily.
Yeah, very easily taken down. I would say my ranking would be, I would say between the Dark Ages, Arachnotron, and Devoth.
I would say high absolute doom
think-
personally.
Well, I'm fine with
I'd
that
put
too.
him. Yeah, I'd say a high absolute doom as well. I think that'd be sick.
So
Sure, let me chime in. I agree on Absolute Doom. I just want to add some. If I said this last stream with Icon, if you know me, you know I don't have a great interest in Doom 64. But from Doom 64, I love the Pain Elemental design, and
What the
if
fuck
they
is wrong with you?
oh
No, I'm just kidding. Go on.
if they bring him back, it'd be perfect for them to use the 64 design because
Cosmic.
2 reasons. Yeah.
I would agree, by the way,
yeah,
with
the
them bringing back the 64.
Yeah, the cosmic design for the Pain Elemental would be perfect for Dark Ages, and I think there could be some lore connections with the Mother Demon because we don't have like a lot of connection with her. Because what we know is that the Mother Demon resurrected the Pain Elementals. That's why they look like that. But I feel like there's so much more they could do with that concept tied to the cosmic realm. Don't know how, but love the design. Absolute Doom for sure.
absolute doom. Okay, cool. Absolute doom. All right.
I'm gonna step in here. Mecha Zombie. Don't think we need to spend time on that. I would say lowest Adrian Carmack because he is a cool looking fella. He doesn't have a codex entry, and he is probably I think the strongest of the fodder. He actually, if I'm not mistaken, it is a sticky bomb to the dome puts him in glory kill instead of killing him immediately.
Same with the precision bolt. From that's my go-to. Quick way to replenish stuff if you need something. You just refill a pip, sticky bomb or precision bolt, and you go in for a glory kill. Really easy, dude. I like how there's like an in between like fodder and heavy. It's pretty cool. So yeah.
So
He's
Automation
of the zombies. He is the most visually appealing too.
yeah,
Some of the zombies are kind of lame looking, but he's really cool.
clear inspiration from Terminator. I think they talked about that.
I'm just saying I wouldn't put him in low tier because he'll be back, but just saying. You guys suck. Okay, that's a Terminator reference.
All right, Cybermank from 2016. We're separating this because of the certain gameplay loops between 2016 and Eternal. Very different. You essentially have just like an acid equivalent of a Mancubus, with the one from 2016 slightly more health, if I recall correctly. So because there's not too much new, as opposed to the main Mancubus. Wait a minute. I don't see the main Mancubus on this list. Is this tied with the main
What are you
Mancubus?
talking
No, he's
about?
on there. He's on there.
No, he's
Okay,
separate.
okay, cool. Yeah, so because I don't see him as anything too unique as opposed to the original Mancubus, whose design I like better, I'll go ahead and say like low Adrian Carmack.
I'd put him in reskin. It's not that much different.
I think low Adrian Carmack too.
I think low Adrian Carmack. I will say I do not care for his design. I'm not big
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
2016 Cyberman.
He's wearing the
But,
HTC Vive. They're promoting 2017's Doom BFR.
Doom 2017. Yeah. All right, that's good for me.
All right.
Dark Ages Imp. I think it's better than the 2016 Eternal. I like the color scheme. I like the hair. The firewall thing is an interesting turn on them being relatively useless in Eternal. I think it gives them more. It gives them more power in numbers because they can just fucking fling
100%.
out walls at you.
I got killed by one before because of their on UN because of their
Yeah.
I love the same thing with a lot of the fodder from Eternal. I'll go and say, or excuse me, Dark Ages, but with the Imp specifically, I feel the dodging and weaving stuff in numbers, like you said, they are something to fear a little bit. Yeah, the dodging and weaving philosophy of like the movement in that game is really tested with large numbers of fodder.
Yeah, I would say between Mecha Zombie and 2016 Cybermank for me. Also, one of the very few demons where, for me personally, I look at the alternate concept art designs and I'm like, oh boy, what we could have had.
Oh,
Where
for sure.
there is a werewolf.
Yeah,
version,
I remember you talking
and
about that.
The
Yeah.
eyeless, the eyeless Hell Knight. Anyways, wrap this fella up.
All right,
Yeah. That's all good.
right here.
That'll do him.
Okay. Ethan or Soap, you wanna take the Eternal Cybermank?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, in terms of gameplay, he is just sort of a variation on the original Cybermancubus. Obviously, it lacks the weak point, so he's automatically a little bit of a harder enemy. I think the option to punch his armor off to sort of make him a little bit weaker makes him a little bit more approachable. By the same token, though, he is almost functionally identical to the original Eternal Cybermank, so I'm cool sort of placing him with the 2016 equivalent.
I put him one tier above. I would actually put him above the Imp from Dark Ages. I would put him between the Cyber Zombie and the Imp simply because he does have that interactivity of blood punching his armor off. I think that's sort of on the same level of satisfaction as removing armor with the shield saw in Dark Ages, albeit it is very unresponsive in the current version of the game. So
That's fair.
If that
Yeah,
matters.
sure.
I'd personally put him above Acolyte because I love the dance with the blood punch with him. Like you want to stay away. They're a bit dangerous unless you have a blood punch. But because the game not forces you, but like guides you to make sure you are glory killing and doing everything to have a blood punch. I love the dance there. But like you said,
I'm fine.
nothing too crazy, but just far better than 2016 Cybermank.
Stuff, what do you think?
I think that the Cybermancubus should go below Acolyte, or below the Titan, or whatever one really works. Compared to the 2016 Mancubus, I think the Eternal one is like miles better in terms of like pretty much everything,
Yeah.
like design especially. Gameplay, I like them, but what I don't like is that sometimes Eternal's a little buggy. So when you come up to them, they just immediately like the acid comes out. Like I can be like blood punching them and then it immediately comes out. I feel like they should be faltered a bit, but I don't know if that's a bug or something. But one of my UN runs actually ended to something like that because of the acid, and so annoying. But still, I love them though. Well, not love them, but like them.
I think they're good. Okay, yeah. So that's about the middle there. What you said is below me and above them, just slightly. So sounds about good to me.
No skill sheet, Raven, no 6 silk, no skill sheet, please.
Soap, do you want to get going with a quick rundown of the carcass?
The carcass is a demon from Doom Eternal. Thank you.
One of the smart. Oh, okay. I thought you were.
So the carcass is like some of the other demons on this is a very this like we said polarizing. The carcass is one of them, in which that I think the opinion on him is split because on one hand he's a great foil to like stop you dead in your tracks when Eternal is like a movement centered game. On the other, he just is like he's a little out of control, especially when he's like buffed. Because when he's buffed, like you cannot stop this guy whatsoever. But for his design and lore, I think that's where it really shines. But the energy shields, they're alright. Like I like them, but they're just really annoying. But in my opinion, just to get the tiered list out of the way, maybe somewhere in the Adrian Carmack range.
I would say
Yeah, I can live with
flipping Archdemon, man. I think he's one of the smart. I agree with y'all. Might be like, oh, really? But like, I agree with everything that Mayo says about him. He is one of the smartest and most expertly designed pieces of AI in the modern Doom trilogy. I think that not only visually is he just like, what am I looking at? And he's, he just crawls all around and, he separates if he gets, faltered. Pretty cool animation wise. But he's just so smart. He defends other demons. He stops you in your path. His shield, if you're quick and on your feet, you can use that shield and you can pop it and use his range to stun you, to in turn just destroy what's around you demon wise. Like you could just overload his shield and use it in your favor. Everything about him is requires you to think on your feet and to be mindful of like your rockets and your dashing and your AoE stuff. It's really cool.
My only sort of, I wouldn't even say counter argument. My only point to that is much like some of the other enemies in Eternal, whenever they're placed into arenas where they weren't necessarily meant to be originally, in like a master level, their shield can kind of bug out, and I would go as far as to say that creates some more than just minor annoyances when their shield freaks the fuck out and you get stuck on the environment or you get trapped in a little area because you obviously weren't supposed to be going up against the shield in some tight space where they end up putting them. And I actually think for me that does have an impact on combat. I can't say they're an absolute masterpiece if the game can bug out just because they put a shield in my face.
Yep. Yeah, no, that's totally fair. For me personally, I think they're total assholes. But in fairness, they do force me to play better. Being mindful of sort of, their placement in the arena, how close I am to them, how their shields interact. Design-wise, I think they look really, really cool. I think the tripod situation is awesome. So for me personally, I'd put it probably low Absolute Doom, probably between the Arachnotron and Daboth.
Yeah.
I changed my mind. Just now. I think I agree with Icon. I think he should go a little above Adrian Carmack. I think maybe not. I think Archdemon's a little too high. I think that's a bit too high. But somewhere between Emerson Tongue and Absolute Doom, maybe above the Eternal Arachnotron or the Pain Elemental.
Okay, so like a low Absolute Doom, is that about the median of that, you think?
I put him above the Dark Lord.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I put everything above that Dark Lord.
How about this? Wait, who did I just click? What happened?
Two things. That's
Dude,
not the right one.
That's
Who
a
is
Hellknight.
that?
Where did I put
Who
this
is
guy?
that?
How did I get him?
Who is that?
He goes after the Hellguard from 2016.
Okay, I wanted to
we're putting
say
him
two
there.
things. No.
Is that good?
If you put him back on the pin images, because we never ranked him, if you put him back on the pin images and then just go back to the carcass.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So,
y'all sorry.
by the way, I want to say hello to Marshall. She said, personally, I love Davos' design, but that's just me. I do too, but there are people like Horde who hate fun and everything like that.
Put my thumbs in his eyes if I could, dude. When I'm out of this fucking game.
All right. So quickly, I'm gonna get this next one out of the way real quick. So we have
Wait. I want to.
No, wait.
Not. I want to do Riot Soldier.
Okay.
No long story.
Less than 30 words.
Okay. Shit. Jeez. The Riot Soldier. When Hugo and Josh were on stream and they were talking about a classic enemy come back, I thought they were talking about the Chain Gunner. they were talking about the Stone Imp instead. I was not happy about that, but the Riot Soldier is just like the definition to me of wasted potential. Like it's just
Yeah.
like this is the reskin to end all reskins. Well, that's next in line, but he is like the reskin. I think we gotta put him in reskin.
I'd put him low
Just-
Put him in
reskin.
reskin.
Low
Yeah,
reskin.
reskin.
He's just a
Low
disappointment. You'd think that after id Software had the reception to that they wouldn't make the Chain Gunner and Dark Ages so similar. But again, same criticism there with the previous Chain Gunner for Dark Ages. Wish he had more fleshed out personality or behaviors and stuff. Anyways, that's all. Screecher.
Only saving grace, I think, is his chain gun arm looks cool. But anyways, yeah,
That's fair.
Screecher.
That's fair. I'm gonna say ambient for the Screecher because he's a reskin. The concepts for him are a lot better, and I like what he does to throw you off in certain circumstances. It keeps you on your toes, keeps you thinking, and it throws like a curveball into your equation and forces you to figure it out. But I just think that there are times where it's just like, I would rather die than fight a Screecher.
Rarely is it used in a way that I find entirely enjoyable and not annoying to some extent. I think there's maybe one or two encounters where I'm like, okay, this is fun, and not this is fun, but also it got old the second it started.
The only time I enjoyed it was the double Marauder bridge fight. That was fun.
I think that one's also sort of a little annoying.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
All right.
Anyways.
I think we've spoken ad nauseum about the Hell Knight and the Dark Ages when we was talking about the Battle Knight. Visually speaking, he is striking and really really cool. But gameplay wise, he's just not that enthralling. Me personally, I'd put him mid Adrian Carmack tier.
He's like a strong imp stalker in this game. He's he's very physical, but he doesn't have a lot of he's a pushover. So I'm okay with that. Y'all agree with low Adrian Carmack?
I would probably, in terms of where in low Adrian Carmack, I'd probably put him above the imp, between imp and mecha zombie.
Yep, I can live with that.
Okay. So
yeah, I agree.
all right, we have the Armored Titan. Horde, you want to take this?
Yeah, and these guys are, it's a nice little variation for the mech. It gives you something different to fight than the same two other enemies over and over again. I don't think they are entirely the most unique. I mean, they're fun, and it's cool to see a Titan with armor, but they're nothing special. I don't think it's like the best addition to Doom I've ever seen. I would definitely rank them below the Cyclops Titan. I do think with how the mech segments work, it is a little too easy to accidentally hit them as their shield
Charging.
thing is activating. Yeah.
Yes.
It's way too easy to
to
continue a combo and have that and then lose all your stuff. So I would honestly have to go just below the Hell Knight, where we just put the Dark Ages Hell Knight.
I will say they have fun counters. I like what they do with the combat loop. Like example, if I have anything, if I have either Siege Breakers or a Stomp available, I'll use a Stomp and just cut him out of that real quick. However, if I don't, I will count to 3 Mississippis and then right click so I can do like a charged punch towards him the second he lets down his guard. Love mastering his loop a bit, but nothing too crazy, like you said,
Yeah.
Totally valid.
So above Cyclops or below Cyclops? I forgot what you said.
I think I would put him to the right between the Dark Ages Hell Knight and Dark Ages Imp is where I would put him, personally.
Agreed.
I think I'm good with that. Soap, you agree? Around the low mid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I think this Titan Hugo died to in his Ultra Nightmare stream.
Oh yeah, the first encounter there. All right, next we have the Dread Knight. I'll preface this by saying I love that they expanded the sort of knight hierarchy there, and they added a little in between, and they did it so differently, especially with the whole cultists and the whole maker energy thing. It was awesome. You want to take the rest of that, Ethan?
Yeah, dude. I really like the yellow tubes pumping in full of adrenaline, which in turn supports his gameplay. He bounces around like a kangaroo and creates these puddles of argent energy around himself. So you can't get too close because he'll slash you, or you can't get too far away because he'll jump into you. He's almost like a marauder where you have to hit that sweet spot, and then you can just fucking destroy him.
Yeah.
Design-wise, he's absolutely brilliant, very visually appealing. In combination with the lore, I'd put him up Emerson Tongue tier.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would put him at the top of Absolute Doom. I think one of the things I like him, and I don't know if this necessarily makes a whole lot of sense, but a lot of enemies in Doom Eternal, it's like math. It's just this plus this enemy equals glory, kill, state, or death. And I really like that you can just, it's one lock on burst on these guys, immediate glory, kill, state.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yes, you can rely on that every time, and if you memorize enemy spawns, you know to just pull out the lock on burst and just take him out. It's awesome.
Except for UAC Atlantica, whenever you come back from that first encounter after getting the key card, or not the first encounter, but that side area, and then you go in that hallway, and then he spawns in with a bunch of Lost Souls. Every single time, it's an empowered demon for me, and it just throws that out of the window. It's annoying.
I had those turned off.
Oh, yeah, fair. But yeah, I'd say high Absolute Doom personally. They're great, but like they're not like that's peak, you know. But they are definitely one of the more fun, heavy enemy types.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah, the Dread Knights lore is my favorite, like top 5 in the Doom Eternals codexes. For me, I'd rank him like Emerson Tongue maybe. I think that's a good spot for him, in my opinion. I don't know.
Okay, so we'll do low Absolute
High
Doom,
Absolute Doom, low
or
Emerson
high
Tongue,
Absolute
that'll
Doom.
do it.
Yeah. Okay, next we have the zombie fodder, and this is all zombie fodder. I don't think there's a lot of varieties for the zombie fodder in Eternal, so I'll just quickly say, because they're like there's like the gunners and or like the cyber zombies, the mech zombies. I'm okay with putting these at like here.
I put him at top ambient.
Top ambient. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
That works for me.
Next we have the stone imps from the Dark Ages.
I'd say bottom of Adrian Carmack.
Yeah, they do play a little bit differently from the original Stone Imps from
100%.
The Ancient Gods. And I think they're a much more unique challenge on the battlefield, especially when in combination with like Mortar, Mancubi, or Vagaries. They're really good bruiser type fodders, so I think bottom of Adrian Carmack will do.
I will say they are. First off, I love how they returned. I was glad they did. I didn't expect them to. Second, I love how they changed and fit into the combat loop in a different way, and probably being a better way, you know. So yeah, I'll say bottom to mid Adrian Carmack for me. They're probably the best fodder to me.
Perfect.
Yeah, works for me.
Say like maybe here. Compromise here.
That'll do him.
Stream's gonna take a minute to catch up. Yeah, that works. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I keep forgetting that. All right. Next, I'll go and get to this one because it's more of an ambient fight as well. We have Calibus, the Sightless Judge. Essentially, this is a sort of environmental hazard / incidental combat encounter that was turned into a sort of mini-boss, if you look at it that way. But essentially, at the Necroval Part 1, he is sort of mid-level, early to mid-level. It's a little segment you get through, and it's, just a little fun encounter to get through. And it's essentially just the turrets, the slow shooting eyeball turrets that you have to take them out while facing other heavy demons while avoiding hazards. Pretty basic, nothing too crazy. No strong opinions, so I'm going to say low Adrian Carmack, high reskin.
I was going to say top of reskin, because I think the fight as a whole is more engaging than fighting any of the enemies we currently have in reskin. But it's just nothing special. I mean, it's just fighting the environment and then punching what is essentially just also the environment. So it's just kind of nothing.
Yeah.
Not bad by any
Agreed.
means, by any measure, but just nothing.
What do you guys think? I'm
totally.
going to ask you this quickly, just because it's a lore channel, so we got to talk about it a little bit. What do you think of the idea of it originally being one of the Archdemons, Erebus, and potentially being a random incidental boss fight? Are you glad they changed it? Are you glad they changed it to save that for later, or to just keep it less, like as a boss fight, less focused as like a big lore moment? Or are you glad they didn't rush that? Or
Well, now that you say Archdemon, now I think I'm kind of glad I got to turn to Calibus or Calibus.
I'm kind of iffy on it. I would not have mind to have like a sort of random run in with an actual demon lord. That would have been kind of cool. You know, you're on your mission to really get into Ardak and to stop them from doing their shenanigans, and then you also have to you're slowed down by this archdemon. But at the same time, I do think these powerful demons deserve
more time.
A bigger yeah.
Cool. So
Anyways.
high reskin. I'm cool with that. What do you think, Ethan?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, perfect.
All right.
Mind if I take this next one?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Go for it.
I would have to put this guy in Archdemon underneath the Cyber Demon. I think the Doom Hunter, you get an entire level of buildup. You watch this guy be put together and hyped up. I'm not the biggest fan of the cultist environments in Eternal and the way they are sort of generally designed. However, I love this guy's design. Double chainsaw, the reference to Doom 64, with that sort of flesh half. I mean, his first introduction at QuakeCon 2018 was the arch nemesis of the Slayer.
I remember that, yeah.
Which is really fucking sick. That he is just the old, before the Marauder, I guess. Back in the Dark Ages times, he was the Slayer's arch nemesis, and now he is back as a half robot critter. I think mechanically it's a really nice change from most of the demons in Eternal, where it is you fight one phase of them as a whole and then he splits off. It is sort of like a mini boss. Unfortunately, he doesn't act like a mini boss. He is super easy to take out. One of the easiest super heavies to deal with in Eternal. But he is still, in my opinion, one of the best demons, not just in Eternal, but in Doom in general.
Absolutely.
I think he's the...
I do like...
Go ahead.
I was just about to say, I do like his behavior change between his two distinct phases. He's quite a slow hover tank to begin with, sort of moving around, big heavy hits, and then once you punch him from his sled, he sort of zips around the arena like a mosquito or a bumblebee or something. And those behavior changes really give him a lot of character and a lot of pizzazz, in addition to the design just being fucking sick. So I'd put him up there with Archdemon as well.
Yeah, I'd say low Archdemon, high Emerson. I think he's one of the best super heavies, and I love his boss fight. Real quick, what do y'all think of the change they made? I can't remember if they reverted it back, but were they... The ice bomb thing, where they introduced him as a boss fight, so they took away the ice bomb element. But according to Hugo, that was like quote unquote bad design to teach you he's this way, when in reality he's this way. What do y'all think of that? Are you glad they changed that?
I agree with the fact that they reverted it back to allow you to freeze the boss, because if you've encountered, so let's say you're a brand new player to Eternal, you come across the Doom Hunter, you got to freeze him and he doesn't freeze, right?
Yeah.
And then when you later come across him in different levels, the player isn't going to immediately think, oh, let's freeze him, because that's not how those two things connect. You couldn't freeze him last time, so there's no reason to freeze him this time. The fact that they changed that to enforce good game design, phenomenal. Much better.
I agree. All right, so I'll do low Archdemon. I'm cool with that. What do you think, Soap?
Yeah, I agree. Doom Hunter is like a very strong start to Doom Eternal's bosses. Like, again, like Horde said, you literally watch this guy get put together like some sort of, not exactly, but some sort of Frankenstein sort of experiment. But yeah, I love it. I love the level he's in. It is just so cool. Like, you're in a ship hovering above an abandoned settlement, abandoned Argenta settlement. So yeah, I think Archdemon's perfect. Yeah.
Perfect.
Do you want to say really quick? We have less than an hour left, and I would say about half of the roster coming up as fodder. So let's just sort of zip through.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Zip through these
Agreed.
fodder guys.
Real quick, guys. Some of these tracks you're hearing, I have some of the mixes going in the background. A lot of these, including this one, are done by Dinosaur Heretic. So shoutouts to him.
Cheers, dude. All right.
just want to let you know, the people can't see the. Oh wait, never mind.
Yeah, they're not supposed to.
All right.
All good. Doesn't matter. The Dark Ages soldier, this guy kills me more than any enemy in the Dark Ages. I fucking hate their two little balls with the chain in between them as they throw them at you. Absolute assholes. Great design. I love the bone belt. That's really sick. Love the tubes coming in and out of them. They are notably not Sentinels that have been converted to Hell. I think they are just straight from Hell. That's cool. I'd probably put him somewhere in Adrian Carmack, maybe between the Cybermank and the Cyclops.
I put him at the bottom, Adrian, even below the Cybermank. I mean, I don't feel like it's right to say that the 2016 Cybermank is less engaging than a basic fodder soldier.
True.
I'll agree with that.
So,
yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Hellraiser.
Okay, so I'll go into this. So he's essentially a reskin, a hybrid reskin. There's a couple subtle differences of the possessed soldier, and then he's like an in-between between the possessed soldier and then the shield soldier from 2016. I wish there was more distinction there. However, I do like how 2016 had a lot of fodder variety, and this is one of those instances where it's like just a visual variety for the most part, but it's still appreciated. As a demon, however, nothing much to offer there. That's my input.
Yeah, that'd be my. He ranges from minor pain in the ass to just pretty much can completely ignore him. I mean, it just takes nothing to kill him. So I would say low Adrian Carmack.
I'm cool with that. Below, I think I'd put him above the soldier. What do you think?
I would too.
Yeah, me
So-
too.
Okay.
Me too.
No, I was asking for your input. Okay, so I believe this is the 2016 Unwilling.
Yeah, straight to ambient. I would put him above Eternal Zombie, so at the very top of ambient, just because it's satisfying to double punch them.
Yeah,
True.
that's fair.
I think it's that for all of the 2016 zombies, to be fair. The hit them and then you glory kill. That's
Yeah,
cool.
No, the glory kill
I think
tutorial
this
was
one has a
awesome.
cool design.
Oh yeah, 100%. Okay, next we have the Spatter Mastermind. Real quick, I'll let Ethan take this one because I do not know how to pronounce the spirit name. I never.
Hold on, we'll just get back to that. We'll quickly do all these fodder enemies.
Oh, you want to go ahead and finish
kind
the
of
fodder? Okay.
lesser. Yeah. So we'll polish them off. We'll start with the 2016 Lost Soul, 2016 Eternal Lost Soul. Phenomenal design, really, really pretty. The 2016 Lost Soul in particular is an absolute arsehole. In Eternal, they're a bit of a pushover. For me personally, just for design alone, I'd put it somewhere in Absolute Doom.
Visually, I love the horn and color change whenever he's targeting you. It's awesome. It's very reminiscent of the classics, except this time it's a kamikaze explosion, which I do like. I don't. A lot of people are irritated with it. I don't mind.
I will say I absolutely love the design, but just because he ranges from practically non-existent to an annoyance in gameplay, I think putting him at sort of between like the Armored Baron and the Acolyte would be a fair place to put him in Adrian Carmack, because I don't know if the design's sick as hell, but I don't know if it carries it so hard that the practically non-existent or kind of annoying gameplay.
He's not fun to fight. He's not, and this is one of those things where it's like he's 2/3 perfect, 2/3 good, which is still like
it's good, but
could be better.
Yeah, so I would say between, I'd actually say between the Acolyte and I would even maybe say between the Cyborg Titan and the Cybermancubus.
I was gonna say okay, I'm cool with that.
Okay, we all cool with that? I don't want to just make it a statement.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I've been listening.
Did we? We're doing fodder right now. So did we want to do the Gore Nest and the
the Buff Totem?
Buff Totem,
100%.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Gore Nest. I loved him in 2016. It became just kind of like an afterthought in Eternal. I love the idea of like starting my own arenas, like preparing, and then okay, now I'm ready. Now I'm gonna start. I know what's gonna happen. It's just goofy, very on point with
repetitive.
Yeah, but like I still like starting my own fight from time to time when you don't really get to do that in most other instances unless it's like an optional encounter.
That's fair.
But still, like, are they fun? It's just an arena, so like I can't compare it to it's just an arena, so I can't compare it as a demon. So I'm gonna say ambient, like low ambient.
Yeah.
I think it is also worth considering the difference between the different types of Gore Nests. So you've got the base Gore Nest from 2016, where you start your own arena, and that's just sort of a main gameplay aspect. Whereas the Slayer Gate Gore Nest, you're choosing to fight that fight, as opposed to it just being a part of natural progression. That's cool. I like that. Mm-hmm. And then obviously the Super Gore Nest, beautiful sort of vista location. The explosion at the end is so sick. But with that said, they don't really differ from the 2016 in terms of gameplay all that much.
Well, they're not
I'm fine
all-
just
It
putting
looks
them
like we have them all on this list. Not
Yeah, yeah. So I would put 2016s at the top of ambient,
okay.
since
Totally.
they do have more of a presence than Eternals, which are maybe bottom ambient.
I'll say that right
Okay.
here. Okay, next we're going to do we'll do the engineer, essentially the pre-cue ball. Essentially just a cue ball who's less a little. I don't want to say more buggy, but his glory kill
Skipping-
input.
Hold on. Engineer, where's that at? That's a far skip.
We're doing.
all the way down the bottom. I think he was.
Oh, I didn't even see the other fodder. Sorry, they're like. I thought that was like something else. Okay.
Oh, well, the half this list is fodder.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go and do the engineer just because we're talking about it. It's just
Okay.
a pre-cue ball. The cue ball is definitely far better because of the whole glory kill aspect. I feel like makes it feel a little buggy. But what do y'all think?
I would say I do really like the glory kill aspect where you actually kick them. I think that's so much more fun than just like pumping a quick shot into them to send them. I mean, you're actually physically interacting with them, seeing the Doomslayer kick something and go flying is awesome.
That's fair.
But I do generally have to agree that they are sort of just the lesser cue ball.
They are just kind of roaming explosive barrels, which is cool, but like doesn't.
I feel like the
Yeah.
cue ball is more fun
It's-
to use because you can kind of like angle it and then like with your like just a simple assault rifle and then just like blast it in a certain direction you want it to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so lower, probably below the cue ball or above the cue ball. What do you guys think?
I would say
Equal.
I would just say put it at the very end of ambient. Move on.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What do you
Buff
want?
totem.
Buff totem. Yep.
Buff totem.
Soap.
Yeah. I think that's a fair spot to put him.
No, the buff
No,
totem.
yeah, what
Like
should you do?
ambient?
Buff totem.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was looking at ambient. I think ambient like it has to be ambient because it buffs the team and like I don't know my brain right now.
There are certain circumstances where I feel like it's very smart, like the Mars Core sort of exterior arena. I love that one because you kind of gotta seek it out. It's like a seek and destroy thing, and then if you aren't familiar with the first time playthrough, especially if you aren't familiar with the arena, it could be a lot of fun. It's like a mouse hunt.
Yeah, I would put it very top of ambient.
What about
fair shout?
yeah? Okay, next. What about the
do you wanna-
2016 imp?
2016 and Eternal Imp. Let's not. Those are two of the same.
Okay.
Did we want to do the fodder, or the guys from Dark Ages?
What you mean?
The,
How do you mean? We'll
the,
sort of get to them when we get to
no,
it.
hold on,
cultists?
Yeah, we skipped over the cultists. Is what I was trying to say.
Oh,
Ah, gotcha. They're fine. They're a fun little what would you call it? It's a little present. It's a little let's
Yeah.
kill some people.
kind of
Yeah.
like the little cultists that were praying at the in the cultist base. Whenever Dag Rannick was talking to you.
Yeah.
Just fun little stuff to do. You don't really have to kill them all, but it's fun too. It's just like, oh yeah, let me just kill because I know they're bad. I'd say like low ambient.
Yeah, works for me.
Yep, absolutely.
Story wise, they're cool. Like they're important. Like the story is built upon. Okay, I guess we got to take that into account. I'm gonna say high ambient now because like half of the story is because of the break of the barrier.
I would say between 2016 Gorness and 2016 Unwilling. That's my placement.
I can live with that. Yep.
It would be terrible if you couldn't live with it.
All right, the
You
imp
cheeky
fodder.
bastard.
Imp fodder from 2016 and Eternal. Minor differences between the two. We were talking about splitting these up, but because they're so similar, it's just, might as well keep them together. Essentially, the only differences are the balance of the entirety of 2016 and their projectiles, and then they climb in 2016 as well. 2016, I feel like they were a bit more fun to just kind of kill and just kind of goof off and kill. Eternal, they're, vital to regaining what you need just as fodder. I would say they're some of the best fodder that aren't Let me see what I have on this list. I think I would put this one above the Hell Knight, but below the Mecha Zombie. I think the Mecha Zombie is one of the best fodder from Eternal.
Sure.
Sure, I can go with that.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I don't disagree at all. I do like the fact that the 2016 imps climb. I think that's such a unique way
Really cool.
to express their character that is also consistent with their design. They're very ape-looking, so it makes sense that they climb.
I don't care for the design. That's not going to impact the placement. We can put them right there. I was just saying, honestly, I don't really care for them. They look a little alien to me.
That's fair.
Sure.
Okay, next we have the Gargoyle. Ethan, you want to take this?
The gargoyle.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's a native creature of Archdemons. Excuse me. And its hands are fitted with these phenomenal blades. It does function quite similarly to the carcass, I've noticed. It sort of has that area of effect, sort of spit function, and then when you get really close to it, it repeatedly slashes you. So functionally, it is very similar to a carcass, just without the shield aspect. I think design-wise, it's really, really cool. Very, well, alien, which is fitting for it being a creature from an alien world. Unnerving, under fight, more rewarding to fight, just because they do so much damage to the player. I'd be happy to put it maybe mid Adrian Carmack.
Okay.
I would agree.
Yeah, I think they're like half of everyone's like main Ultra Nightmare Ruiner, just because of their spam, and then like the impact. But
And I also will say, despite the fact that it can sometimes be annoying, I do like that they run from the player. Like, they are very mobile, they are very quick. You have to be on your toes, which is kind of unique for a fodder demon, which they normally just kind of move around at a slow pace or just stand there.
Yeah, it's like a mobile fodder. It's like an in-between. It's like I would say it's like finding a very fodder-infused like Cacodemon or something, you know? Forces you to be more mobile on your toes and stuff. Above 2016 Imp or above Mecha Zombie?
I would say above the Lost Soul, 2016 Lost Soul.
Okay.
Sure.
What do you think, Soap?
The 2016 Imp, right?
The gargoyle.
Oh, I'm sorry. Again, my brain is just not.
You're cool, man.
Yeah, I think I love the gargoyle. I love the little hand blades it's got. I think I think this should be in Dark Ages. Like now, it should have been there from the start.
Sure.
I do not know why it's not there, but yeah, I love the gargoyle. I think Adrian Carmack's a good tier for it.
Nice.
Too easy.
Perfect.
I reckon we just do all the tentacles, get them out of the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do the giant tentacle from Eternal. So first and foremost, I think that they are the best ambient addition to Ancient Gods. I think seeing it for the first time, I mean, you saw it in the trailer, so like whatever, but seeing it for the first time, it's like a genuine jump scare, like, where did that come from moment, you know? I think it's a step up, a big upgrade, no pun intended, from like the original tentacles that we got used to. It's a good subversion of that aspect, but like in a more grand form.
Cool.
Pretty cool to fight. I don't mind them at all. They're fun ambient little fodder dudes, you know.
Yeah,
I do think with the tentacles, they really refined their placement in the Dark Ages. I think the fact that they're a parryable enemy in the Dark Ages, they're so much more engaging, rather than something that can just pop up, bang. You know,
I agree.
Got a little
You
bit
can also
of
shield saw
health
them.
taken off. Sure, yeah, exactly it. So I think if we're going to sort of rank the tentacles as a group, I would put the Dark Ages tentacles above the Eternal variants.
Well,
but that's just me.
So on this list, I'm not seeing an Eternal variant. All I'm seeing is the giant tentacle.
There's the giant tentacle,
and then
the regular tentacle from Eternal is between the two eyeballs, the purple eyeball and the Malagog fight.
I'll have to get that one later, because like if I scroll, it'll, well, you know, whatever. All right, so where are we putting that one? High fodder?
Which one?
The Eternal tentacle. Like if we're doing,
I think we can sort of put it in mid ambient, probably
Ambient,
below the
okay.
Gorness, above the Screecher.
Yeah.
all right, now what about the Dark Ages tentacle?
Personally, it'd be
Basically.
above the Eternal Tentacles.
I would say
Agreed.
I would say like a low reskin. Like they're cool. They're cool little skill checks. You know.
Works
Yeah,
for me.
sure. Yep.
Next we have the giant tentacle from Eternal.
I would say
Same with just the basic tentacle for me.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. Above, you said.
Oh, doesn't really matter if they're sort of the same thing.
Okay,
You know?
cool.
bigger.
Dark Ages giant tentacle.
I would put it same with the regular. But just
Yeah.
I would put it below, so at the very last reskin.
Oh, very last reskin. Gotcha. Okay, sounds good.
Works for me.
Let's see
As long
what.
as it works for you
Let's
guys.
get this 100% fodder. Unwilling or zombies essentially from Dark Ages.
I think you can probably stack them all together, like all the zombies.
Yeah, no,
Together.
I think it's I want to put it there. Yeah, whatever.
just throw 'em
Nothing too crazy. They're just their purpose is to have variety and sit with the environment. Shield soldiers from 2016. So the shotgun guy of 2016.
They are
Odd relationship.
nuisances. Yeah. Very odd relationship. There was a period of time where people thought the plasma rifle could actually disable their shields quicker, but I think it was just due to high DPS. For me, when I play, they just chance or fodder.
I have a little hat to throw in the ring here. It can. A direct hit from the stun bomb immediately
Yep.
disables their shields.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right.
But let's be real. If you don't
Um,
have that, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, it's kind of
Early
annoying.
game. Yeah, I would say I would say below like. I mean, they're more fun to fight than a lot of the ambient stuff. So like, I'm gonna say like above the tentacles, in reskin.
I would put them. I would put them in ambient, honestly.
Okay.
But I mean, if you guys want to put them in reskin, absolutely, go for it.
So, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. To be honest, I think.
Do
Actually,
you think?
yeah, I do think. I am thinking.
You with this, buddy?
Yeah, I am. I think that the plasma soldiers, like, I do like how they did it in Eternal with the Dark Ages, and you could turn off the shield with the plasma rifle. But I just like those variations better. As for the 2016 one, I
Like
think
ambient?
around that. Yeah, I think around that tier.
All right. So
Um,
mid ambient.
Yeah, maybe above the tentacle.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, doesn't really
Yeah.
matter to me. Okay. So coming up next, we got Demonic Trooper. Okay, I'm gonna rank him for us.
I
Because
say bottom of ambient.
no,
No.
because they're not as annoying as Screechers, and you can kind of meet hook around and get free stuff. I'm gonna say above the Screechers.
All right, that's
That's
fair.
fair.
Works for me.
Cool.
Eternal's normal soldier. I would put him above the 2016 shield soldier, just right in front of him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool
All right.
blurry kills. They have a name tag that says Frank or whatever. So,
Maker drones.
yes, Major drones. I like the design.
I like
and
'em a lot, too.
originally they were heavies, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think
were
what
classified.
was it? I think it was an interview that I don't know who did it. It might have been Midnight, honestly, with the devs. They said that they were heavies in the interview, but in game they're like fodder, right? So
Well, in game there were also heavies at launch.
oh really? I didn't know that.
Um,
Okay,
You took 3 chainsaw pips at launch to get them.
cool. I want to say low Adrian Carmack, high reskin.
I'd say high reskin.
Yeah, that's cool. Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, guys. Dark Ages Lost Soul.
My
I-
personal favorite design amongst the Lost
It's so
Souls.
good. They're huge.
And they are huge, and that's awesome. Unfortunately, they just don't. I'd say they are the least annoying of all the Lost Souls in the modern Doom. Or well, I would say they are the best, but that's not saying much because it's like the best out of the 3 wet cardboard enemies.
That's fair. I like how they force you with your shield. Like if you don't act quickly, you suffer the consequences with the shield big time. And like if
Yeah.
they're always in pairs, well, for the most part. Sometimes they're not, but usually they are. Like the 3 to 4 that you see initially in barracks and many times in barracks actually. If you miss that first one, you're screwed for the other 2, and I like that.
For having both a cool design and a sort of generally better gameplay, I would put them just right above the 2016 Lost Soul.
Okay, cool.
On Adrian Carmack here, unless anyone disagrees.
What you guys think?
No.
My only complaint with them is that they aren't used as enough. But yeah, I think that's like above the Lost Soul. Yeah.
Totally true. Yep.
Super Gore Nest, I would put that at the top of Ambient because it's super cool and it's a whole level, but at the same time, it's just not an enemy.
Yeah. So Super Gore Nest. Yeah. Here's one thing I meant to talk about this with the tentacles too. So Super Gore Nest is essentially like Hellgrowth as a whole, as a essentially like with between 2016 and then the DLCs and then Eternal and then the takeover of Earth, the sort of like amalgamation of organisms and just disgusting hell fleshy stuff that grows, you know. That's what I would say like Super Gore Nest is, because it is like kind of alive, you know.
Mm-hmm. Very much
because
Very
like
much so.
of just looking awesome and being a whole mission, and story wise it's like the nexus of the invasion. I like that idea. It's like that's why it's the most demonic looking and just disgusting. I mean, in terms of like fun factor, it's a level, so you can't really judge it for that. But design wise and story wise, I'd say like a low Adrian Carmack or something, like the Hellgrowth, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally.
I don't care for Hellgrowth actually. I think when it comes to the hell themes, it is probably, well, I mean, like, I don't dislike it, but it's probably my least favorite of all the different hell themes in Doom as a whole. Modern Doom, classic Doom, whatever. But I'm fine with like lowest Adrian Carmack or something. Like I'm totally cool with that.
Yeah,
Sounds
that works.
good. All right, next fodder we have the. Do you want to go ahead and count the Parasite as a fodder, or do you want to save that?
Yeah.
Okay. So the Parasite, and actually I got some cool things to talk about this. And Ethan, if you want to talk about it a little bit, I can pull up your screenshots that you sent me. It'll take me like 2 seconds.
Yeah. So the Parasite, it underwent a couple of different iterations during development on 2016. Originally, it started out as a creature called the Gremlin, which I think is a hilarious name. It's sort of this weird hammerhead-shaped critter. There we go. Yeah. So it started off out as that sort of gremlin creature. It then developed into something called the Abaddon Pilot, ABADDON, excuse me. And then that in turn evolved into the twins, the Crucible Guard. So it had this weird sort of chart throughout time where it went from this potentially sentient, intelligent creature to what is essentially a worm piloting the twins. When we get to the Crucible Guard, I'd like to talk about a little bit of the lore a bit further. But as it stands, it's just the Parasite is this gross, grubby little critter, and I kind of like it. So I'd personally put him
and
the top of Adrian Carmack, low absolute doom.
The Abaddon pilots you can kind of still see in 2016's environments and like the incubation tanks. That's a little something to talk about there. But anyways, back to our list. Yeah, I like the Parasites as a creature. I like in terms of lore, we can kind of talk about it more with the Crucible Guards, but they're more story driven. So like, you know, you fight them, you kill them, so we got to rank them. But they're cool little nuisances, and knowing that they're full of this much power as this scrawny little sentient being, you know, that has like little to no purpose, or has a great purpose when it's like so little. I like it a lot. So I would say like a low Adrian Carmack. I feel like we have that's like our safe spot. I want to say high reskin.
Yeah, it's a C tier.
Yeah, it works for me.
High reskin.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like we're okay. Cool. Next
Slayer Gate.
Slayer Gate. Yeah, like who cares? There.
Would we put Slayer Gate in?
Ambient.
That'll do.
Yeah,
Cool.
just below the 2016 one. Is that all right with y'all?
Yeah. Hell Tank.
I like them. You better be on the lookout for them.
Yeah, it's a really nice test of reflexes, and the thing I find the most interesting about them is that despite the fact that they are massive, Sometimes they can just completely catch you off guard. You have no idea they're there. They're just slightly
Oh,
off
yeah.
screen and you miss them entirely. Honestly, really cool sort of literal glass cannon. I mean, if they were fuck me, they are everything but made of glass. They are just, I mean, go down easy, but
They punish
yeah,
you for
honestly,
not being on your toes, you know?
I would put them above between the Gargoyle and the Dark Ages Lost Soul. I'm gonna be honest. I think they look super sick, and they have lore. If I'm not mistaken, that they are
Like the bones.
they are Titan corpses.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
Were they killed with a crucible, though? Sorry.
Oh,
Had to
God,
get that
don't
in
get
there.
Slime started.
Why do I have to kill this guy?
I do like Siege is a punishing map if you are on your toes, especially in UN. Like that whole vagary corner, when you come out the gates, and then you go to the right. There's like 3 or 4 around that corner. One spawns in depending on the order that you place that you go over there. But that encounter can just be a pain if you don't take care of those tanks first. Anyways, so y'all were thinking reskin, like a high reskin. I can't remember what y'all said. Sorry.
I put them in between Gargoyle and Dark Ages Lost Soul, unless anyone has any objections.
Yeah, I think they're pretty good.
I think they're underrated.
All right, UAC Scientist from 2016. That's just another Unwilling, but with a different design.
I'd say lowest of the zombies. I mean, who cares?
Yeah.
About these guys, they're nothing. They're nothing to write home about.
That's fair.
Yeah, agreed.
Next we have the Soldier from 2016. I'm just kind of like trying to pull him out as I see him. 2016 Soldier. I just have it on the screen here. I would say below Eternals.
Oh yeah.
Agreed.
But would we put them above the Shield zombies? I would say yes, just because they don't have that like annoyance factor.
Yeah, 100%. They're the same thing, but they're not as like kill you in the first act. No, they can kill you throughout the full game. I take that back. Like they're always a problem.
But they're not as frustrating, because with them it's more of like, oh, I died to fodder, instead of, oh, I died to the fodder who has fucking ass damage resistance.
Okay. Another scientist variety. I'm gonna put it below the other one from 2016.
Cool.
They're the same thing.
Oh, shield guys from Dark Ages. The
love their
Shield
inner play.
guys.
Which ones? The regular shield guys?
No, Plasma.
Plasma?
Plasma, I love them.
Yeah, I love the shield throw. I love how it travels, and every time I play on UN, I get to a Beth, I max out to the shield toss as fast as I can. Then that last encounter, whenever that Pinky Rider spawns in at the very beginning, and there's like 5 and 5 shield guys, I toss the shield and it immediately puts the Pinky Rider into a faltered state or a staggered state.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I would say I will put him above Acolyte in Adrian Carmack.
Am I blind? Can someone tell me where they are real quick? Oh, I see them now. They're like in front of an ad for me.
Also, Kruge is in chat. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, Kruge?
Next is the Purple Eyeballs.
You said near Acolyte, correct?
Turret. The
I said in
turret
front of
there.
Acolyte, yeah.
All the turrets.
Turrets? Yes. Thank you, Soap.
Okay. I like them.
Cool little reflex check.
I also really like them.
Teague Nilux was finally used for something. Because
Yeah,
in the
that's it.
codex, in the codex, it says that they're made by Hammer Sutton. That's it.
Yeah, that's
True story.
they're trying to give him a reason to have lore because he's like of little importance to the story. I'm gonna say mid ambient above the tentacles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
I'd probably put him at the front of ambient, honestly.
Okay. I'll do above Gornus then to keep it. No, I'll do it above.
I'd say above Gorness is fair.
Okay. Yeah. Just because you don't always want to fight them. You don't always
Yeah.
Okay. Next we got the
Eternal Shield Soldier?
We do. Do you want to do that or Malagog first? It's just another.
Oh, Malagog's a boss.
Okay.
fight.
Okay.
But
Oh,
we can do that,
So your team
sure.
boss fight. We'll get to that. All right. Shield Soldier from the shotgun guy, essentially. A better version of the shield guy from 2016. Far better. Like how they're usually in groups this time. This is sort of where that plasma pop started. What do you guys think? Do you think they're fun? Do you think do you like how they falter and stagger or falter enemies around them and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, that's really good.
Love it.
Very
Oh, yeah.
satisfying. They really put the plasma rifle in the spotlight in Eternal, because like I feel like without them, the plasma rifle would be a lot less fun. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed.
All right, so we'll do high reskin. What do you think?
Sure.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Next we
Doing
have
spirit. Is that fodder? And what is the
No,
spirit?
that's, heavy.
Is it? Okay.
I think the spirit is technically an ambient
Wait, what?
creature.
I thought it
Um,
was.
Okay, let's go ahead.
But because it has distinct interplay with the other demons, maybe put it off for the time being. Oh no.
Okay. We'll talk about it later. We'll
Okay,
see what
cool.
kind of
Yeah.
time we have.
Let's do the regular
Dark
shield
Ages.
guys. Shield
Yeah.
guys from the Dark Ages. All right, so
I put them right with the plasma guys. They're super satisfying. They're awesome.
the
Such a step up
sound
from
is
the
perfect.
2016 and Eternal. Yes, the sound design.
It's like glass breaking. It's like, oops, I've dropped a vase. You know, it's awesome. Okay, I think that's all the fodder, unless I'm not seeing something because I've had.
Do we want
ads
to
in
do
my
the
face.
hell carriers and hell ships?
Where's that?
Sure.
Down the very bottom.
Where
Next to
the
giant
Creed is.
demon.
Oh yeah, I can't see that. Okay. Oh yeah, where are we putting them? Those are
I
like.
think the hell carriers are very visually interesting.
Oh, yeah.
But as enemies, I'm not super enthralled by them. It's dragon combat, so it's not
It's filler.
top tier. Yeah, I'd put them somewhere in like mid to low reskin.
Okay.
I'd say low reskin for me.
I'd do that too. Soap.
Yeah. Wait, fodder? No.
We're on the
Yeah.
Hellcarrier, so much Dark
Brother,
Ages.
where are you at?
No, I'm listening. I'm listening. I mean, like the turret. I mean, not the turret sections. Not the turret sections. The dragon sections. With them are fun, but again, this is the problem with the dragon sections. They're just really underdeveloped. I'd say not like underdeveloped. Just there's not a lot to do besides just chase down hell ships, shoot down carriers, stuff like that. If we were given more depths with the hell carriers, I feel like they would have been higher. But I feel like for me, it's probably gonna go in reskin for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are they made of Titan bones too? Sneaky J Cole brings up a good point.
I believe they are.
I know the little Hellfighters are, but I don't know about the full ships.
Okay. Cool. All right. Let's.
All right.
Ethan, I'll let you take the Spider Mastermind.
We've got 20 minutes.
Yep.
Oh,
do
come
this.
on, we can turn it into 50. So, the Spider Mastermind, the Irania Imperatrix, she's the Dark Lord of the Fourth Age. I think
Presumably.
design-wise, she's very evocative of some of the Maker characters, at least in their sort of exoskeletons. Obviously, while maintaining those classic Spider Mastermind features. Gameplay-wise, she's a really engaging boss fight. I like how she degrades over time as you're firing at her. I love her glory kill when you make a massive cannon in her head. That's so sick. Yeah, I'd probably put it Emerson Tongue level. I think she's awesome.
I don't disagree. It's an awesome boss fight, and seeing her break down actively towards the end of the boss fight is just fucking awesome. It has
Oh, yeah.
that Doom 2016 level of interactivity and groundedness that's sort of unique to that game at this point. So I would just absolutely put it high Emerson Tongue above the Battle Knight.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think we need another demon up there because since we haven't updated that in a long time.
I don't know. I'd say Archdemon. I think that as a boss fight and as the conclusion, like, oh yeah, like the twist of this is what Olivia was working her way up to, and having it tie into the lore that way with the Spider Mastermind was perfect.
I'm fine with low Archdemon. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
And just the boss was
Excellent,
great.
yeah.
Visual is amazing. You know, just her coming out of the ground, the bloodied ground.
That
and then
glory kill.
The glory kill is amazing. How she's deteriorating the entire fight. This visually, it's a marvel of a boss fight.
Totally.
Hellguards, you guys, I'll let you guys do the lore, but I will just say, probably my favorite boss fight from 2016, and
Yeah.
super underrated. Instant Archdemon for me. I would say it's between Doom Hunter and Mastermind for me.
Fair enough. Yeah. Yep. I will just quickly read the lore from the art book. So the Hellguards are referred to as the Twins. The Cadenture Sanctum, also known as the Bloodkeep, is a heavily guarded fortress built to protect a relic called the Crucible. This area must be of great significance to the demon world, as it is also home to one of the most ferocious demons yet found, the twins. While there has been no direct human contact with the beast, it was found by scout bots during the first tethering operation. Confronting this demon signaled the end of the operation, but some data was retrieved before the equipment was destroyed. The twins appear to be two entities imprisoned within one corporeal shell. These entities are in constant battle with each other for control of the body until a greater threat is sensed, whereupon they will work together to defeat the enemy. The body is encased in a suit of thick armor that makes it almost impregnable. In an enraged state, the demon appears to split apart into two mirrored forms, launching an unstoppable two-pronged attack, which is how the boss fight plays out in-game. So I like how it ties both the lore and the gameplay together in that regard.
100%, man. Best boss fight. Not my favorite design, but again, with the lore, it's awesome. I like the idea of the parasites being so feeble yet full of so much power that those are what's guarding the crucible of all things, which is supposed to be like this mythic relic for the Dark Realm, like very vital to their survival sort of deal. Like, don't let anyone take this. I like how the parasites, again, like the only reason they can pilot them is because though they're fragile, they are full of so much hell energy that that's why it turns green. But that's what makes them capable of piloting them. I like that a lot. In terms of like design wise, I would say I like Spider Mastermind better. But however, I still think as a boss fight, the twins / the Hellguards, because there's like 3, best boss fight. So fun, especially that second phase. You can just do a lot with their shared health bar. It's pretty fun.
Absolutely.
2 things I would like to add. Number 1, the twins is a leftover name from when it was 2 twin demons, which there's concept art for in the art book, and it's awesome. I believe some from Alex Palma, maybe some from Hugo Martin. It's just, it's a leftover name, but it's really cool. And second, I do find it interesting. I know they had to do this to make the story work, but I find it really interesting that the Slayer was not also guarded by the twins. You would think they would want him, because if he's freed, everything's over for them pretty much. So you would think they would also put the Slayer's coffin with the Crucible or somewhere similar.
Yeah, for sure. Totally.
I do.
They do look like Bionicles too. I like that.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
They're Hellmechs pretty much. Yeah.
I like how they're very. The first phase with 1 is completely different from the first phase with 2, or the second phase with the 2 of them. And I like how they sort of have their own distinct roles. Like they're separate boss fights with their. Some of them behave a little differently. That's true, right? They behave differently in the second boss fight, like individually.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I thought so. Like one does this, one does that. Very minute stuff design wise that are different, but still, like as a boss, very fun. So much I'd say high Emerson tongue.
I'd say Archdemon.
Okay. What do you think? So
I feel like if they're going to be the greatest boss fight, better than the Cyber Demon, who is in Archdemon tier, then
this design and lore is better. That's fair. That is fair. That is a very fair point, though. Soap.
I just want to point out the Hellguards. I know that they aren't Barons of Hell, but they sort of mirror the Bruiser Brothers from Doom 1 and like what their role was.
Yeah.
But I think Emerson Tongue is a great place with them.
Perfect.
I'd say low Archdemon then, since we're
okay. Works for me.
Epic. All right.
Archvile.
Archdemon. Just kidding. Very polarizing dude. I love him, but he's very polarizing.
I'm middle of the road. I don't love him. I don't hate him. He's very much just. I don't know. He's there. His existence doesn't upset me, but at the same time, he is very much a pushover. 1 ice bomb, 2 lock-ons. That's it. I mean, you can wipe him off the board. He's not a major nuisance, and they use him intelligently a lot. And I would say the Taurus Nabad Master level is the only time where I was like, I don't really like these dudes.
That's fair.
There are times where you could cheese him. So, like, to your point, UAC Atlantica, one of the hardest levels in all of Doom history. Before you make that second big jump with the air, the vents, there's that 2 carcasses in the Archvile that spawn, and what a pushover that Archvile is. Oh my gosh. Like
blasted immediately.
Worst placement for one, but usually they're pretty good. I would say my only gripe with them is I wish he was a little bit more like the classic in terms of movement, but I get why they didn't, because he's supposed to be like a super heavy. Second gripe is his introduction. He was hidden around a corner in the first big arena in Terrace Nabad. When even id Software and the team wish they kind of changed that, had a more of an introduction, but he's kind of snuck him in there.
I do like, though, that despite the fact that it has a pretty lame introduction, it does immediately right off the bat teach you the cat and mouse mechanic where you have to go find him, and you can't, like, you're just gonna have a bunch of bullshit summoning until you find him, and that teaches you the hard way right off the bat.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. Can you meet him in a Slayer Gate first?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember. I just remember being like
you can.
Most people, if I recall correctly, were like, "Where's the buff totem?" And then they couldn't find it, and they see the Archdemon, the Archvile around the corner, and it's like, "Oh, okay." So I do like that about the introduction, where you think it's something that it's not.
Yeah, and it teaches you. I would say I'd be cool with the bottom of Absolute Doom, and unless you guys think you should be higher.
No, I agree.
Or lower. Okay. Thank you, Ethan. I don't know what I'd do with that.
I would put him below the Baron, below the Armored Baron.
Oh, below the. Okay. Hey, I'm fine with that too. That's perfectly fine.
Well, no,
he doesn't.
We'll find the middle of that. So I'll say hi, Adrian.
We'll put him below the Kako Demon. Well, or do we want to do above the Kako Demon?
I'm okay with that. I'll put him right here in between. Okay. All right, Azric boss fight. There's like 5 fights to choose from here.
I'm fine just plopping him in Archdemon. Unless Ethan really wants to go off, because I know Ethan. I think
be here for 5 hours.
Yeah,
I think he's in love with Azric.
I will say, compelling villain, probably the best one we've got of the modern trilogy so far. Best boss fight, I think, of Doom, period. Still do not think his design or his lore is as cool as the the 2016 Cyber Demon, so I wouldn't put him at the top of Archdemon. Yep. I would be fine with like 2nd or 3rd in Archdemon.
I'm cool with 3rd place in Archdemon. That works for me.
I would say his 3rd design I'm not a huge fan of, and that's where
is that
his 3rd
naked
form. Yep, with the weird ears.
Or his cock's out.
Don't care for that one too much, as much as the rest. However, I think his best fight is either 3rd round and final battle, or the 2nd phase of the. It's really hard just because of the scenery and the situation. I love his boss fight with the witch and following. It's so good.
I'm looking at his junk too much in his phase where he's naked, so
it's more of his butt for me.
It's hard to get behind him.
Oh, but no, you can definitely get behind him.
Stream. That's a whole different stream.
Okay. So I say mid Archdemon, or high Archdemon below Cyber Demon.
I was thinking. I think we had said after Doom Hunter, so just direct middle.
Okay.
2016 Hell Knight, I would say Emerson Tongue, top of Emerson Tongue.
It's the best Hell Knight, other than like Doom 3's, in my opinion.
Yeah, and Doom 3, I think, it needs its own, like those classic enemies need its own tier list, so
yeah,
deserves to be ranked. But
so Eternal's Hell Knight. It's okay. I mean, he's not bad. It's just
dude.
when we have the Dread Knight, he's just like, we have something to compare him to that's far better.
I'd say above between the Dark Ages and 2016 Lost Soul is my ranking, which I feel like maybe that's not a fair place to put him below one of the Lost Souls of all things, but I really just do not think they're all that interesting. The design is a step down from 2016. The combat is a step down from 2016. There's no menace to them. They are on their way to Dark Ages of being almost fodder. They're not, but they're a really big pushover, and it's such a step down from being even now, 10 years later, they're still intimidating in 2016, and they are nothing in Eternal. So
what do you guys think? Do you think they should have, and Soap, I want your input on this too. Do you think they should have kept the original or concept design of Eternal, where he had his horns like the classic Hell Knight?
Yes.
Where it was like a hybrid between
like
2016. Yeah, okay. I think it would have been better too. It's cool because it's like we deserve a accurate. If we got all these accurate enemies with like the coloring and the green hair, and then the Mancubus just all ripped straight from Doom 2, we should have gotten a Hell Knight, or that was a Baron reskin, but more. You know, like a take on that. Would have been awesome.
Well, to be fair, we kind of did with the Gladiator. But we'll get there.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll get there, but
Yes.
still.
Hey, I could do a Hell Knight stream, honestly.
Yeah.
Anyways, yes.
Yeah.
Plop him
So
wherever.
how about this? Above 2016 Imp, because he's above Dark
That'll do it.
Ages Hell Knight at that point. Okay.
Where should
Hell Priests, all
I-
three.
They probably didn't go with the Hell Knight because they already had the Gladiator design locked in. I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe, yeah. Because
We'll
they
get
said
to
that
it,
one
but
took
I
a few
think
years.
they should have had both.
Fair. Okay. Hell Knights as a whole, because they have important story beats, but they're all cutscene. only.
Archdemons? Or, I mean, Hell Priests?
All three Hell Priests.
I don't know. I'd put them, like... They're nothing. I mean, they're kind of in the story, but, like, you don't fight any of them directly, and they don't really... I mean, they're just the objectives. That's all they are in Eternal is objectives. Like, you just go
Yeah.
kill them. That's their story relevance.
Design-wise, I will say I was a bit disappointed that they were too humanoid. I get that it was, revealed in this game that they were once humans that just succumbed to the influence of hell. With the story, I understand, but I wish that they had more of like the demonic features that they did in the concepts. I just wish they leaned down that alley a bit more.
I like the concepts where they're almost like exaggerated, and I wouldn't say cartoony, but like I would say maybe comic bookish, whereas some of them are like really sort of like cartoonishly fat or greasy or thin, and I would probably prefer that more. I would put them in since they have story relevance, but they don't do anything. You don't really fight them. I put them at bottom of reskin.
Okay, that's fair.
I also like the concept art of I don't know which one it was, but it was one like slouched over like with a big helmet on their face.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
probably Rannick, but
It's probably Rannick.
yeah, I like it.
All right.
I'll say mid reskin. Is that okay? Because it's above
Sure.
some of the ambient stuff. Like they have more significance than like the disappointing. What's it called? The chain gunners from Eternal. So stuff like that. I think it's above.
Fair
that.
enough.
Okay. We're getting a bit full here on the screen. So next is Cursed Prowler.
Hato. Hato's not gonna be
maybe-
happy.
This one's for you, Hato.
Maybe,
I think it's like a low Adrian Carmack. I think they're good. I think they have a purpose. I don't
Oh.
think they're great or fun. I think they're good.
I'd
Probably
put
put a
them at.
mid-reskin personally.
I was gonna say mid reskin because I honestly another thing where I don't really hate them as much as everyone else seems to hate them. But like I don't find them fun. They're just okay. All right, I put them above the Calabas boss fight, but maybe honestly maybe even below Unmakers. Or I mean Maker Drone. Sorry.
Unmakers. I was like, oh, that'd be a cool name.
Yeah.
If it wasn't taken. As an enemy, I would say they're not necessarily as fun. You know what? Looking at my list, because we have the chain gunner placement, I think the chain gunners are better in Dark Ages. So because of the placement we have already, and now that I'm looking, yeah, mid reskin. I'm okay with that.
Cool.
I think that's pretty solid. Okay. All right. Next we have the Tyrant.
Awesome.
I've got a bold opinion. It's bold, and people will kill me for
You don't
it.
like him.
Do it.
It has my favorite glory kill. The one where you get on its head and you stab,
Stab
it to
him
death.
repeatedly. Awesome.
Incredible design. I mean, I could not have asked for a better classic Cyber Demon remake design.
Yep.
I am blown the fuck away by the fact that they managed to pull that off. Awesome introduction in that E3 trailer. Wish they would have kept that. I think in terms of gameplay, they are one of my least favorite in Eternal because most of the enemies in Eternal have some level of interaction to them. They're very it's a very fun game. I don't need to say that, but interaction is a big part of that fun. These guys are just fucking bricks. They just stand there and shoot at you, and you just kind of shoot at them back. There's no like I get it. It's a cyber demon.
Shoot it till it dies. Jinx.
But shooting it till it dies in a game where most enemies are sort of the opposite
Chess
of
pieces.
that. They are Yeah, you have all these chess pieces, and then someone plops a cinder block on the board, and it's like, it's fun to fight the cinder block until you realize it's just a cinder block. It's a mound of flesh. It's a brick wall. Design alone carries it to top of Absolute Doom for me. I would put it above the Dread Knight, but I would not even dare put it above Absolute Doom just because it's a fucking lob of flesh.
Yeah, I do like their lore. That's how they're like, like demon lords of, like the soul pits of Babel and stuff. And I like how they're like guardians in that aspect. And they see they're guardians, and they see to the production of the soul factories as well, if I recall correctly.
Something like that. Correct.
Yeah. And awesome stuff. And that goes with the whole Tower of Babel, Necroball lore, and then the Tower of Babel and the classics as well. I like how they kept elements of 2016 Cyberdemon while making it original and clearly not the same entity. Like, I'm glad they didn't just give us like a reskinned Cyberdemon. That's awesome. However, I just think it's kind of not fun for a super heavy when you have other fun super heavies.
Especially in contrast to the Dark Ages Cyberdemon 2, where that one has just a perfect synergy between yourself and the player. The Eternal Tyrant is nowhere near as engaging. I'm not a big fan of its worm leg either. I think its weird worm leg is kind of gross. The rest of it's cool though. I'd probably also say Absolute Doom. I'd put it below probably the Dread Knight.
Okay, I'm okay with that. Me. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I put him below the Dread Knight 2.
Epic.
Well, right. I was gonna say below Dread Knight 1, but before Dread Knight 2.
We have lost the plot.
You're a dickhead.
All right.
I know.
Pinky Jockey from the Minecraft movie. What do you guys think?
Pinky Jockey.
My second favorite version of the Pinky, with my first being the armored version of the Dark Ages Pinky. I love these guys. Love them to death.
Dude, in freaking Barracks, in the optional encounter of, like that first optional encounter of Eratum, I swear to you, I think I told you this, Horde, and a couple of other guys in the chat before. I swear to you, the first time I shot a nail bolt at the Pinky Rider, he shot off, and I thought that was his weak point, was shoot him off with like that. And I was like, that's the coolest thing ever. Would be cool.
That would have been awesome.
Would have been awesome, and because it puts him into like a staggered state, or like a mid staggered state, I should say. What a great way to have a very medieval and beast like Pinky, and so different.
To me,
absolutely.
Pinkies have always been sort of an awkward demon where they're not bad or lame by any extent, but rarely are they ever my favorite, or I don't know, they're just nothing special to me most of the time. And this took them from stubby pink dinosaur-ish looking thing into like a feral beast with a guy on its back. I mean, it's awesome. They have a cool attack pattern, cool attack variety. They acted much like the Doom Hunter. They act different once you get into their second phase. I love them,
and they can be deadly that second phase.
Yeah, they really can.
Like you in runs, and especially if you just master the combat loop, and you're good at the game per se. You really utilize that on higher difficulties. You utilize the windows between their mid staggered state and their rider actually falling off. Like you wait for that second encounter before you go in for the glory strike. It's cool because you don't want to deal with the phase 2 Pinky until you get him to as low health as possible. The Dark Ages Pinky is what the quote snorting beasts of the Umbral Plains from like the lore. I never see that with 2016 in Eternals Pinky. It's just kind of like this little guy, stubby little guy. He's running around, goofy. But design wise, with the Dark Ages, he's much more of a beast and a tank and scary, and I like that.
He seems like he would demand respect in the demon hierarchy, whereas the other Pinkies would be laughed at.
Yeah,
the other Pinkies are like a dog, sort of.
Devoth's pet. He has a little bed for him in the arena.
Sneaky J Cool, where would you rank the Pinky Jockey? We'll let Sneaky J Cool rank this one for fun.
I like how the Pinky Jockeys in the lore it said that they eat their riders sometimes.
I don't remember that. That's hilarious. I don't remember that. I will say their lore is confusing with the Umbral Plains thing, but that's more of a lore problem.
What's not confusing? Anyways, while J. Cool gets back to us on that, I'm gonna say, the Whiplash, is that both the Spectre and the regular?
No, they're separate.
No, they're separate.
Are they?
Whiplash, Spectre. What do you guys think while Jay gets to us on that?
Fucking annoying.
First appearance was a master level, correct? The Mars Core master level?
Super Gore Nest.
Yes, that's what I meant. Sorry. Yeah, Super Gore Nest. In that little elevator.
I thought it was a hole.
No. Base game. It was
Oh, okay.
There's like an unreleased Mars Core. Excuse me, I keep saying it. Super Gore Nest master level. All right, between Dread Knight and Cyber Demon, Absolute Doom. We'll do that
for the Pinky.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Spectre Whiplash. Love the Whiplash. Hate the Spectre Whiplash. If you don't have a nice bomb, it's just annoying.
I agree. Oh, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I think its use in game is really good. In the Super Gore Nest master level, there's 2 of them placed in a really foggy room, and so it makes visibility hard, and so finding them even harder. So you have to really be on your A game. So I think gameplay-wise, it's really good, but design-wise, it's not really all that exciting. Like, it's a Whiplash that has had the Spectre filter turn on, so to speak. It's not really that enthralling.
Let's say like a mid reskin, high reskin.
We could do high reskin. I think, and in terms of design, it's my least favorite application of the Spectre effect in Doom, period.
Oh, 100%.
Doesn't look visually interesting, and I would say it's almost applied incorrectly to such an extent where they are a little too hard to see at times.
Oddly enough,
I agree.
Off topic, but oddly enough, well, kind of off topic. We'll get there. The Nightmare Imp would be my favorite interpretation of the Spectre effect.
Hey man,
we'll get to that.
Top, down, low, thumb in the butt. All right.
Yeah, it's so good. Anyways, yeah, you can't even see him on there. We should put like a little gray, light gray thing surrounding the Spectre. But Con Maker boss fight, very very hated by the community in terms of rating.
Underwhelmed.
I liked it.
Underwhelming. It's a wet fart of a boss fight.
I liked it. I liked how you had to stay in the air because the floor was like, if you walked on it, then you died.
That's cool, but her fight itself, like, you were just doing the same thing, what, 6 times, 5 times?
Just a million times.
Yeah, it is. There's nothing to it. You might as well be fighting like a Marauder type. You might as well be fighting the Dark Lord. Same thing over and over again. At least he has more interesting attacks. I honestly, bottom of Adrian for me.
Bottom of Adrian. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we'll settle with that. As a boss fight, it's definitely lower, but I don't think it's bad.
As a character, she's not bad, but also, I just didn't care for repeatedly going into the Fortress of Doom and her being like, hey, knock it off, or next time I'm really gonna smack you on the ass, and you do it next time, she's like, fuck, I'm gonna take the AAAs out of your fortress.
You're actually 9 volts.
No more toys for you.
She didn't know you had the Demonic Crucible. Sorry, like, that's a new can of worms, but oh my gosh, they know everything.
Why didn't you do that to start with?
Yeah, they know everything, but they don't know it when it matters. Like, anyways, Con Maker, low Adrian, above Gore Nest because there's some story takeaways that are fun. Above the fodder right here.
Yeah, above. Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. Next we have the Armored Mank. Different enough to be.
This also includes
enemy.
like the mortar and the original. We don't have the original on this.
Sneaky J Cool is threatening to execute all 4 of us if we do not put this at the top of.
I hate the Mancubus from Dark Ages. I'm gonna be honest, guys. It's just
really.
No, I love it. It's like Armored Mancubus is my favorite Mancubus in all of Doom, besides like Doom 2 maybe.
I love the horn it has on its helmet.
That is wicked. I would have to agree in saying that it's probably my favorite Mancubus.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yes,
it's a twist on the Cybermank, and I love it because it's like the armor thing, but it has like the armor of the Cybermank is reused with the armor effect of the Dark Ages. It's like reimagined, and I love it.
Maybe, but well, we'll get to it. But I'm just going to briefly touch on. I've kind of liked Eternal's Mancubus design less as time has gone on. I don't know what it is. I thought the Dark Ages one was a little better. So where are we putting this fella?
I see like
Emerson Tongue.
Yeah, Emerson Tongue. Low. I would
I
say
put him below Battle Knight.
I might like him better. I think he's better than Battle Knight for me, but I'm willing to see where y'all all stand, and I'll put it in the middle of that.
At all. Can't even touch. He can't touch the Hell Knight, the 2016 Hell Knight.
I think he's below.
No,
I think he's below Battle Knight.
Below Battle Knight. I think he's above Battle Knight.
Put him between.
So I'll do here
Knight,
since that seems where y'all. Yeah, we'll compromise. Yeah. I won't just put my input there. All right, Mancubus from 16. Probably, besides like the Cybermank from 16, it's just my least favorite. Good design. I like the high.
Oh, dude, I love it.
But I hate to say, but until recently, it was probably my least favorite demon design in Doom. Period.
I wouldn't go that
far. Some of the Doom 3 fellas. I just, I don't know. Until recently, I haven't. I'm starting to come around to a lot of the things I disliked about 2016. Like, I thought the soldier designs in 2016, they look like fucking chewed bubble gum strapped to a stormtrooper. But that, like, I'm willing to put them in a higher tier. I do think they are my least favorite of all the Mancubi, the modern Mancubi anyways. But
Absolute Doom, you said? I must have missed.
What did we say? What did Ethan say?
I can't remember.
For the 2016 Mancubus?
Uh-huh.
I'd probably put it top of Adrian Carmack, bottom of Absolute Doom.
Okay.
I really, really like it. I don't like it as much as the Dark Ages. I agree with the sentiment that the Eternal Mancubus is kind of eh. I do like its lore, how it's sort of siphoning bile from its, infinitely growing gut
Yeah, I
and
remember
launching
that.
it out of its hands. That's sick.
Hey,
Uh,
excellent weight loss program.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I wish.
Thanks for noticing.
I do like the very in-depth description of how bad it stinks. That's cool.
Yeah, I love those little like funny remarks regarding like the demons' like personal traits. Like there's a couple of them like that. They're hilarious. I think I would put him, and again we'll compromise, but I think I would put him below the Cyclops Titan because I do like the Cyberbank better from Eternal. But y'all think
That's
it's
fair.
Well, yeah, I like the Eternal Cyberbank better than 2016's default Mank.
okay? So just below Cyclops Titan.
That'll do.
All right,
That works for me.
So, what do you think? Cyclops Titan below there?
Cyclops Titan?
No, below the Cyclops Titan.
Okay. I think you should go. Actually, yeah. I think that's a good spot. I
Okay.
changed my mind. That's a good spot.
All right, Horde. What do you think of the Samur boss fight?
So this one, I feel like we've said this like 40 billion times at this point. But this one is also polarizing within the Doom community. Is there anything on this list that's not polarizing to some extent? Doesn't bother me. For a while, it was probably my favorite of Eternal. But now I would have to say, like, not a bad boss fight, but also how loved Hayden is and how good of a character he is, especially in Doom 2016. His boss fight being him turning into like an alien that you don't actually really fight. Half of the boss fight is just other things. It's a little underwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
My only problem with the fight is the final blow. Like, I did love the fight, love it to death. It's very, very challenging, and it challenges everything you've learned with from Eternal and Tag 1 combined.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just not getting the final blow, underwhelming. I know you don't kill him, but just not striking that click the glory kill button to kick him down in that last animation there. Wish you could have done that.
That's fair. I really like the Sema boss fight. He's probably my second favorite next to Azric, and that's talking all of Azric's rounds.
Phases, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do think though, to sort of counter your point that you made earlier, I think his boss fight was kind of ruined after the Tag 2 patch. The reason why is because of the Trial of Malagog, and we'll get to that later. But the Trial of Malagog sort of taught you pre-patch to use the PB base ballista fire combo, and that was sort of leading into the Sama boss fight. That's sort of the key combo to use. that was changed after the Tag 2 patch, and so players aren't going to immediately assume to use the PB and the Ballista, and that really shits me. I think that's just sort of shitty game design that was done after the fact. Obviously, there's the lore aspect to Sema, where it's like, yeah, it's shit that he's the Seraphim and doesn't have his own character, but just from a gameplay perspective, I really enjoyed it. It was a challenging fight. I put my fist to the desk a couple of times, and yeah, so I really enjoyed it.
I get comments like that a lot, dude. Like, oh, I hate the Samurai boss fight. He ruined 3 of my controllers. People like to. He's a real controller defeater. Honestly, I would be fine with putting him in like Absolute Doom or something, unless you guys want to put him in Emerson Tongue or.
I think like a low Emerson.
Nah, Absolute Doom
to compromise. Okay, Absolute Doom sounds good. High Absolute Doom. I put him above
Red Knight.
Yeah.
Since Ethan likes him so much, and I don't dislike him. I just don't think he is. It's more of a story thing for me. I think.
I love the story direction.
However, I do think we'll get another boss fight with him in the Eternal sequel, and that eventually happens. So I'm not too hurt about it.
Yeah, exactly. This was sort of like a round 1 type situation.
Round 1. I hope. Listen, okay, how much time do we have? Can I yap for just a quick second?
Yeah, we need to breeze through these next a little bit as best we can after that. But yeah, you're fine.
Well, I was gonna say, would be really cool if in the next game he transfigures more as you fight him, and you have multiple boss fights against him throughout like different levels. So you fight him and he's a little weaker, and then he gets stronger and stronger each time you fight him, and he just pops up, maybe even randomly. Obviously predetermined points, but he can just pop into an arena. And then you just have to fight him with what you got at that moment.
Kind of like a destructible demon thing, but with the transfiguration process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
That being said, like I would like to see him. I'll yap a little bit. I'm a lore dude. To see him like come back from, to some extent, from his transfiguration with like the crucible or whatever he does with cosmic stuff, whatever he does to sort of like cling on to life or transform into something else. I would like to see that, and then later in the fight, like whatever happens in the game for you to cause him to deteriorate again. Yeah, they could easily do something like that with like a multi-phase transfiguration fight. Would be awesome. They could have done it with this one too. Like he grows more arms in tag 1 after every phase.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. But anyways, 2016 Summoner.
All right,
you can get it.
I figured. I wish. All right, so everyone thought this was the Archvile replacement, and it didn't scratch the itch of the Archvile because that's his legacy, or her legacy, I should say. Not a bad design, but because she's an Archvile stand-in, and that's all she is. Have you all seen the Evil Dead remake / reboot? That's like a soft reboot, where it's canon but not. With a 2013 release where you had David, who was the brother of the sister, who was the Ash stand-in for that movie. That's like what the Summoner is for the Archvile. It's like not quite there. You have the jean jacket and brown pants, but you don't have the chainsaw arm and the wit. You're not quite there yet.
Well, I was gonna say that is a good comparison. Although I don't think he could ever. He doesn't come close to Ash, but I think the 2016 Summoner comes closer to the Eternal Archvile than David does to Ash Williams.
Well, he was supposed to be he was the subversion. You think he's the Ash, but he dies. Oh, I'm spoiling everything.
It's another subversion, like how Ash was a subversion for Scotty.
Pretty much. So because of that, that's her legacy is, you're not the Archvile, give me the Archvile. I got to rank her kind of low.
Where are you?
I kind of disagree. I actually quite like her role in the game. Even though she is an Archvile stand-in, and even though she doesn't necessarily live up to that standard, right? I think just design-wise, she's really quite appealing. I love how she follows the same trend as the Hell Knights with sort of the no eye situation.
Oh yeah, that part's cool.
Do you guys remember the shitty 2018 Hellboy movie?
I haven't seen it. With David Harbour? Haven't seen it.
With David Harbour, yeah. She looks like one of the demon designs there, with sort of that crown sitting behind her head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also really like her sound design too. The shrieks and the wails.
Oh, yeah.
I
They're
do like the
really
whales,
interesting.
and then I'm glad they reused her, and I am. I'm not saying she's a bad demon. I just like because she's not the Archvile, and that's all she will ever kind of be to me fully. That's just what I'm getting at. But I do like her design. I like how a lot of 2016's Hell architecture incorporates some summoner aspects, like in the hieroglyphics and stuff, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would probably do like we have a lot in Adrian Carmack. We have to move stuff around after this. But I would say like a mid to low Adrian Carmack at best.
All right, fair enough.
What do you
I
think?
put her I would definitely put her above like the fodder guys. I would even go. I would put her above. I would put her maybe above Mecha Zombie.
Yeah.
I'm itching to put something between the two Lost Souls, so I would plop her between. I can't say that that I thought 2016's Lost Soul was better than her, so
That's fair.
I put her
That's
between
fair.
the two souls.
So, what do you think of that?
To be honest with you, I haven't really 2016 as a game I need to replay like as soon as possible. I don't have a solid opinion.
Okay, that's
on. I don't know. I like the design the most though.
Yeah,
to be
that's fair.
honest.
That's fair. All right. That being said, Imp Stalker.
All right, this is mine. Well, actually, first of all, I want to say, for some, I don't know what it is because we're so far past it, but Kruge and Sneaky J Cool are completely agreeing with me on a couple of things. So I think that means that whatever I put the Imp Stalker in is what we have to go with.
Dude, they're just like obsessed with you. They're fanboys. They're the first to comment in every video.
Question: why does the spirit share the same design with the summoner? We will get to that. Imp Stalker. This might be a big one. I put it in Archdemon simply because the classic Imp. Yes. The classic Imp is one of my favorite Doom enemies because it's so simple but so effective. Hell's weakest enemy, their foot soldier, is an 8-foot tall, ultra muscular menace with an 8-pack. And if that's their weakest, what they send out as fodder, in the classics, then that does so much for Hell in terms of PR. That is because imagine being sent off into a war and they're the weakest, most casual thing you fight is a bear. In real life.
Yeah.
Right?
It's hilarious.
Fuck,
Awesome.
if they've got bears on leashes, what else have they got, the design is awesome. I think it is in Dark it is a just about perfect. Yeah, I would say it's even more than perfect.
It's
I'd
a
say
timeless
the
design.
Pinnacle of perfect.
So
It
iconic.
is- they surpassed the original one. While I could gush about it for an hour. It is incredible. I'm tripping over my words trying to find the right term for it. And perfect role in the game too. It feels like they serve almost the exact same role or purpose. They're in the same spot they were in the classic Doom. Easy to take out, still threatening. They also have that really cool parry attack, and the summoning, the shooting it out like a fucking.
Yeah.
I'm not a Dragon Ball Z guy, but the Dragon Ball Z thing or the Ryu
Right.
thing, I
I know
fucking love it.
Yeah. I will say he's the equivalent to me of the Arachnotron from Eternal. In terms of role. Where he's once you master him, he's easy to defeat, but he's there's some qualities there that you have to, keep in check. Yeah, great design. I'd say low Archdemon, high Emerson, just because I like the Imp Stalker, Nightmare Imp Stalker better.
I'm saying low Archdemon. I have to. It would hurt my soul to put it any lower. Fucking blessed that we got that. I was disappointed, so disappointed when we didn't get a classic Imp in Eternal.
That's fair.
Agreed. Yeah.
That was the game to do it. But
All right.
anyways,
Bloodmaker. Ooh, polarizing. Yeah. Polarizing. I love the
Boring.
I love the Bloodmaker. I do. I think the nerf with the they added like a smidgen of a second left for his or more for his little exposed state, and that was necessary. But after that, yeah, perfect. Love him.
wicked design, boring in gameplay, if I'm going to be honest, does not intrigue me in the slightest. I understand they were probably on somewhat of a time crunch trying to get everything done so they can move on to Tag 2. But just, I don't know. To me, it feels like it's almost on par with some of the reskin demons, where it's just nothing interesting, same standard maker enemy attack where you pop their head. I mean, and it's just, I feel like my reaction to the Blood Maker was, come on, that's it.
Well, design-wise, I'm glad that they didn't just reskin the Maker Angel asset. I'm glad it's like different. It's just more of a crown and horn thing going on, and they stayed true to like the Argent, the purified Argent energy gold look, with its shield. Everything about it to me, sound design, everything, like the spear throws like a trident like sheathing into the ground or something. It's great. I understand the reskin argument, I do, but like I feel like it's on such a different level in comparison to the Blood Maker that it doesn't bother me. Or the Maker drone, excuse me.
Well, I don't know. I just think mechanically it's not very interesting to me. It is, for all intents and purposes, a glass cannon that just sort of, I don't know. They exist. I'm not impressed. If it was up to me, I wouldn't even rank them. I actually considered doing a tier list not too long ago, and I had determined I probably wouldn't put the Blood Maker on there.
That's fair. All right. Well, that being said, I am willing to settle for a high reskin at the least.
I would go for. Hey, listen, you guys are awesome. We just for you guys, we can put him in Adrian Carmack, unless Ethan is also like, unless Ethan's like, fuck this guy.
Nah, look, I don't really have any strong opinions about the Blood Maker either.
Lord.
I do think it is interesting how it is both visually similar and similarly balanced. At least was similarly balanced to the Cosmic Cacodemon. I do like the sort of overlap there, but that's kind of it for me. I don't really care about it.
I love you.
So, this?
Where you put
this? Adrian, low Adrian.
Sure,
yeah, that'd be fine.
Since you, Icon, like it so much, we can definitely put it above the Dark Ages fodder, for sure.
Okay, next we have, we gotta roll through these, sorry guys. So, I'm saying 15 minutes, and then we gotta be out of here.
Okay.
Cosmic Cacodemon. Polarizing.
I wanna say what we're all thinking. Wicked cool design. When it comes to fighting,
I can't stand how it's just like a shield that throws more like hazards, like wide hazards at you, and then it just hits you with like one thing you can parry. I don't care for that. I know they tweaked it lately, but
big thing to throw out here. It's my one opportunity. I get to say it in front of more people than just myself. I'm almost confident this guy was designed when Dark Ages had a slightly different combat loop and was just not changed when they updated it. The little shield thing it does, to me, is more fitting with a game that is more stand and fight than Dark Ages ended up being.
That's fair,
I think that, like, you during its little shield thing, if you stop to focus on it, you can and will get attacked from other demons. It's not designed like a super heavy where you really should just sit there and lay into it. It's it doesn't have that sort of, you know, that stand and fight mentality. Which, anyways, I don't want to spend too long. Where do we want to put this guy?
Yeah, I agree.
Between the two Lost Souls.
Between the two Lost Souls. Okay. I'll say design wise alone and lore wise, I would say like high Adrian, low Absolute Doom. Gameplay wise, low Adrian.
Gameplay wise, that's like reskin for me. But so, or where we put it, I would say like in front of the Mecha Zombie. I don't know.
Mecha Zombie? Where is that?
That'll do.
It's everywhere.
That's an Adrian.
Okay. We have the Marauder. Yeah, you're right. Shit. They're all polarizing. Like, I'm like, no, they're all polarizing. There's no point in talking about it.
Straight to ambient. No.
Liked him at launch. Loved him after first playthrough. And what do y'all? All right. Here's the thing. As he stands right now, especially considering his new update with the sound and visual effect, what do you guys think of him? Do you think that was a good choice?
See the stupid fucking like dizzy birds over his head really shit me, but it doesn't really distract from the hype and aura. At least I don't think so anyway. Like the time you can dedicate fighting against him, really kind of baller. And those sort of back and forth fighting is really cool. So I think you can sort of forget about the dizzy bird and just focus on how sick he is.
Yeah.
Like the bird.
You like the bird? That's fair. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I love the bird.
it's important, but I wish they went with a different sound effect at the least. Doesn't bother me though. I'd say low Archdemon.
Sure.
I would say Emerson Tongue.
Oh,
This is hard to say. I think it's not hard to say. It's hard to admit. It's hard to say in front of people. I think it's a bit of a one-trick pony. Not in terms of it is just one trick, but in terms of like, for me, once you've mastered a Marauder, you've mastered a Marauder. There's nothing to it. The only thing that kind of keeps you on your toes is when they put it in a place with shitty Geo and it kind of freaks the fuck out.
Sure.
But then that just becomes a test of patience more than anything. But to me, it is just very much like I have fought the Marauder and that's it. Like I know how to fight him. I've not mastered it, but I don't play Eternal anymore really. So I mean, I fought him. It's going to be the same thing every time. There's nothing really that changes for me. So I think a demon that oh yeah, and Kruge points out when they're possessed that too. But I think a demon that for me is so, I would almost say stagnant, as in like once you know how to handle it, you've handled it. Just I don't know. I can't put it in Archdemon. I just can't do it.
Emerson. Okay. I'm gonna settle for like a mid Emerson. Yeah.
Okay. I would go for high Emerson. I mean, I'm fine with that. I just don't think it's Archdemon for me. The cutscenes and stuff, like his introduction, is fucking baller.
Oh yeah.
But
all right, let's do like a quick 30 seconds for these next few.
Okay.
Right.
Dark Ages Revenant. I would put it in absolute doom. It's an incredible design. Probably the best like to fight out of all the Revenants.
I'll agree with that. Yeah, I like the skull projectiles being like their little hell surge things, and I also love the medieval, like the hood. It's awesome. It's just very very gothic.
Grim Reaper.
Yep. All right.
Emerson Tongue.
So what do you say, Ethan? What's your vote?
Absolute doom.
Okay, I'm gonna go
in front of the Arachnotrons.
I'm gonna put him, since I want Emerson Tongue as well in terms of design. I'm gonna go for here, slightly above that. Okay, armored Pinky, essentially just a Pinky with more armor, with a little bit more to him, one or two different range attacks, nothing special.
Emerson Tongue for me.
You like the armored ones better?
Yeah, I think it adds more to the loop, and I think the armor breaking is one of the most satisfying mechanics Modern Doom has introduced with the shield saw and stuff. So, I think you put armor on a demon and it makes me clap.
Yeah, that's fair.
Clappy cheeks.
Yeah,
I'll say above, not above Carcass. So I'll say above Arachnotrons in Absolute Doom. What do you think?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Hurts me to say that, but we gotta move on. So sure.
All right. Nightmare Imp Stalker. One of the best heavies in the game, in my opinion.
Yeah. I would put it just below the Imp Stalker, simply because I think the blue and purple is kind of ugly. However, their interpretation of the modernized classic Spectre effect, fucking beautiful.
Yeah,
and I like
100%.
to keep you on your toes too.
The Cosmic
we'll
Realm
we'll put him above M Stalker.
I'm okay
just
with
for
this.
fun.
Oh yeah. All right. The old one. All right. Introduce this. This is the god in this universe. This is the god of the Cosmic Realm. He instead of just being whatever rank he was in actual Lovecraft stuff, and he is, in my opinion, the best visual one of the best visual representations of Cthulhu we've seen.
Oh yeah.
Love him.
All right. So what do y'all think?
Emerson Tongue.
Emerson Tongue.
What about boss fight?
Low Emerson Tongue.
I know. Who didn't care for the boss fight? Was it you, Ethan?
Oh, it's okay. It's all right. It doesn't really compare to the other boss fights though. If you really wanted to go there.
Okay. I'm gonna go as a character. I'm gonna go. Y'all say Absolute Doom. that what you all said? Okay.
Well, I think I would be fine with Emerson Tongue, but just for the sake of getting done with it, whatever works.
I can't put him below Sammer. Personally, what do you think, Soap?
I'm gonna go. So you're putting him in Absolute Doom?
High Absolute Doom, low Emerson. What do you think?
Above the. Okay, if you ask me, I'll put him in Archdemons, but if you ask me if to work with the constraints we have, okay.
No, not trying to rush you. It's just if it's that high and theirs is that high, that's where it'll be, because of my balance. Okay, Gladiator.
Okay.
Gladiator.
Dude, Gladiator's Archdemon. I fucking love it.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, genuinely, you take away some of the like crusty armor bits. Favorite demon design, just sort of period in anything, any Doom game. Incredible boss fight. I would put him right below Azric.
That's fair.
If it wasn't for the fact that Azric's boss fight was so good, being the best in the franchise, it would probably be at the top of the list for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the Gladiator is what I want Barons to be. Like it's got the GOAT influence, it's got the classic influence. It's big, it's imposing. It's just sick.
Great design, great fight, great thing with the lore where they changed the blood arena into like sort of, instead of just like fight for your survival, it's now taken over by the makers and the hell priests, and it's just simply like you're being fed to the beast. You know, I love that. I'm gonna say below Spider Mastermind, above Hellguard. What do you think?
I put it between Azric and Mastermind, but I'm fine with whatever.
Okay. I'll put them there. I don't mind. All right, Witch.
Absolute Doom for me. That's all I really have to say.
Baddie.
Marshall Things is despising our Devoth placement. Yeah, I wish it was higher.
Completely agree. I completely agree. 100%. Marshall's right.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Witch was where? I liked her, but nothing too crazy. What do y'all think?
Yeah, you like her too much, Icon. You like her too much.
Alright.
Poured in
Absolute Doom for me.
Okay. I can't put her above Devoth. I'm gonna. Yeah, that good.
Yeah.
Low Absolute Doom. Okay. Vagary.
Love
the Vagary. Hit or miss with Ultra Nightmare for me, but love the Vagary.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite heavy in Dark Ages. Well, I would say second favorite, but it's awesome. I mean, I like the armor mechanic. I like the way it does the what do you call it, the spit attack projectiles.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Shoot 'em up. I like that.
I know what you're saying. Lots of depth in comparison to like some of the other super heavies, but yeah, one of the best super heavies, maybe the best in Dark Ages. So I'll go low Emerson. Yeah.
Sure.
Yep. Okay. Spectre from 16 and Eternal. Pushover.
Pushover.
High
the lack of armor on the front, it kind of shits me because there's nothing really happening. You can just kind of blast through it if you see it from across the arena, so it's not really as challenging.
Yeah, high reskin. Cool. Regular Pinky from both games.
Now we're getting somewhere. I really, really like this design. It's really cool.
To me, they're more fun
Very
in
animalistic.
2016. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Like super animalistic, cranky. The sound design's awesome. I love sort of the dodging and then getting behind them just to blow their ass up with a gun. Yeah, what a phenomenal character design. I'm a big fan.
Was fun in 2016, kind of just like redone in Eternal. Nothing interesting. Cool design. I don't like it as much.
I like how the dash was like it's the core mechanic for it, but because of it you could cheese it. So therefore it wasn't quite as fun. So
less intimidating. Like the Hell Knight sort of had a roll downplay.
Cool. So what do y'all think? I'd say like high Adrian. All right, Ethan, what did you say?
Me personally, it would be low Emerson because I really, really like it.
We're doing it.
Sick.
Okay,
Yeah.
Icon of Sin, 26. Excuse me, Eternal boss fight. Both
Oh,
phases.
the opinion, it blows. It is a walking brick.
It's a walking
It is a
wall,
walking
just like the
stack of
classic.
bricks. I cannot believe this game that spins a full campaign, teaching you all these awesome, meaningful, like depth. Well, all these mechanics with so much depth has a boss fight that is just pretty much a walking wall. I would actually go as far as to say that is a little embarrassing.
Yeah, all these different tools and different combos and different methods of killing demons, and you're just crucibling those same demons while shooting at a wall. That's what
Sammer was better at that.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
a lot better. It was yeah. I wouldn't really
Lot
compare
better.
him,
Made
but
you
yeah, I
use
get what
your
you're saying. As lore wise, love it. I love the whole storyline with the son of the betrayer.
Me too.
But because the fight is so underwhelming, not that there was much comparison with the classic Doom 2. I don't hate it as much as the haters hate it, but I don't love it by any means.
Yeah, I'm not like a major hater, and I do really like the design, but I would honestly put it in like low Adrian for me. I don't think the design changes the fact, or the design or the cool lore changes the fact that it is just a massively underwhelming boss fight that does not live up to the, I would just say, masterpiece of a first-person shooter that Eternal is.
Sure. Yeah, totally. I do like its design a lot, though, especially with the armor off. I think it sort of nails that goat aesthetic.
Oh,
that
yeah.
you're
like the
kind of really looking
Baphomet
for.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly it. It
that's
does
right.
it better than the 2016 like wall icon does, and even better than the classics do.
Icon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So what do y'all think? Low Adrian, reskin.
Low Adrian.
I'd say above Gore Nest and Fodder. I would say above Conmaker.
Yeah. Where's Conmaker? Okay,
I
that's fair.
think the design carries it above Conmaker.
Yeah.
Even
Cool-
if the
cool
Conmaker
design.
is just like a marginally better fight. Anyways, Mancubus.
All right, we're gonna breeze through these. So, what do y'all think about the Mancubus? Everyone, all four of us, just tell me where you think we should place it.
Fat pig. Maybe like low absolute.
Yeah, definitely my favorite classic Mancubi. What do you think, Horde?
Sorry, I had to mute my mic for a moment. Cool design, nice interactivity, satisfying to kill, nice design, not as cool as the Dark Ages one, so I would have to put it, see, where do we put Dark Ages? Emerson Tongue,
Emerson.
I put it like high Adrian, personally.
Okay. Soap. Heard. All right.
Soap,
Soap's dead.
the soap had to go.
Say that again.
No. I'm here. My
bro.
mic did
Spit it out
something
fast.
weird.
What's your
Spit it out fast.
Esther F?
Above 2016. Above 2016. Mancubus.
Above 26. Where's the 26? I think we all settled for that, yeah? Or around
Yeah.
here? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Prowler. Love the Prowler. Love the, like, heavy imp idea of that teleports. That's kind of what he was in Eternal. Like they brought him back from multiplayer. S through F. What do y'all
Bottom of
think?
absolute.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Great enemy design, really cool thing. Can be just a tad bit annoying sometimes if you're in a busy, crowded arena.
The Imp Stalker did it better.
100%.
Yes, agreed.
Nightmare Stalker as well. All right, so Malagog. Trial Malagog. It was fun. It wasn't challenging for me at all, especially at launch, compared to the rest of the DLC.
The
I
Allspark.
would actually put it in reskin right below the brain guy, Calabas.
Calabas? I would put it
whatever.
above Calabas, but
That's
yeah. Okay, if y'all agree, then I'll put him there.
Yep.
Okay.
Ethan was right that it does originally teach you the swapping, but it doesn't anymore. So
Yeah, all right.
And that fucking shits me to tears.
All right, the spirit, to answer that person's question from earlier, yeah, it's just the spirit of that demon, essentially. That's why they're
he
back.
hates the Slayers so much. The hatred fuels its return.
Yep. I like it. I like it's like a Ghostbuster. It incentivizes the mod that no one cares for, at least at launch, for the the heat blast, or excuse me, the microwave beam for the plasma rifle. I like it, and it got me to enjoy the microwave beam. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me at all that it required the microwave. So I would put it in somewhere in fuck it, Adrian. Who cares?
I'd
Yeah.
say above.
I'd put it next to the original Summoner.
I put it below.
I'd put it
just
higher.
like with Cider.
Okay.
Put it a little lower.
I do like how the existence of the spirit implies that Doomguy was so effective at killing the summoners, he made them go extinct, and then they have to come back as a spirit form. That's cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
All right, Harvester. Man, we need this in Dark Ages so bad. Like just a cosmic, like summoner looking, you know, in
It
between.
does look like an early Wraith.
Yes.
Yeah, I always thought that. It has Wraith horns. That's why I thought the green eye plus the Wraith would be a perfect thing for the, you know, like it has Azric's. Azric got the same sort of curved, like not demonic goat horn, but like a more less animalistic, more mythical like horn. You know.
Yeah.
So what do y'all think? We didn't get to see much of it, but what do y'all think?
Mid absolute for me.
Sure.
I'd say it's
I agree.
one of the best demon designs of 2016. I'll do between the Arachnotrons. Why not? All right. Armored Arachnotron. Do we like him better or worse than the last Arachnotron?
Those fucking orange arrows that he fires at you are very annoying.
However, again, slap armor on anything and I'm good. I would be fine with just putting him directly behind the Dark Ages Arachnotron.
Yeah, same.
That works.
Revenant from 2016.
And Eternal. They're
Eternal.
combined, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I'll let you take this one, Horde.
Ooh. Combining them. I'm gonna have to execute somebody on this team. I'm gonna just trade it as the 2016 Revenant alone because that's what the picture is. Design wise, incredible. Would put it in Emerson Tongue. Gameplay wise, I mean it works. Not bad. Not the best thing ever, but I mean, honestly was one of the best Revenant designs. I will put it in Emerson Tongue.
I'm cool with that. It's iconic.
I don't like the Eternal variant as much. I think the 2016 variant is much more visceral.
Yes,
we were having a
agreed.
discussion earlier about the concept art for the Revenant, and there was one where it was basically just a Hell Knight with a jetpack. That
Yeah.
speaks more to me than a tall person. For me, it would probably be sort of mid-bottom of Absolute Doom.
I'll
I'm
say
fine
mid.
with that. Let's put it. Let's say compromise
Above
and
Harvester?
towards the top absolute.
Or
Yep.
yeah, okay, towards the top. I'm gonna do above Carcass then.
You just do whatever. Yeah.
Okay, so we
Fuck
got
it, last 2 weeks drilling holes.
All right, S through F for the Whiplash of Dark Ages. First off, better or worse than Eternals, and then we'll just get to our answer.
Worse than Eternals. I don't like it as much.
Okay, that's fair. So, S through
I
F.
think she's better. I just think the pairing with the Whiplash makes it easier to stop it dead in its track because like turn one's maybe a bit too fast, but then again in terms of fast-paced game. But I just like the Dark Ages one more because again the pairing thing is awesome, and I love to see it with the Whiplash.
I'm honestly looking for the Whiplash. I don't see it. Where's
I
that? Oh, we didn't
saw
rank
it.
him yet. That's why. Okay. I want to say low Adrian, or high reskin.
High reskin for me.
Dark Ages, Cyber Demon.
Fucking awesome. I would put it up like very high Emerson
Yeah.
for me. It is such a like the gameplay.
Very fun.
The design is beautiful. I really like some of the lore with the fact that Azric snipped a tendon in its wing, so it can't actually fly anymore. Fucking sick, dude.
What do y'all think of this mid Emerson? I don't think he's quite as good as the Battle Knight and Marauder and stuff.
That's her.
Yeah, I think so too.
Salim likes the Dark Ages one better. That's fair. Okay,
Salim, I love you.
Agadon Hunters.
They are just the Dark Ages version of
I think Horde just
the Marauder.
okay.
Oh no, there we go. There he is. He's back. The Agadon is just the Dark Ages version of the Marauder, and I think that's sick.
Yeah, I'd say below Marauder, but I think I can't tell if I like him more than the Cyber Demon or not. What do you think?
I'd say they're about equal. Give or
About
take.
equal. Okay. What do you guys think of this? Below Dark Ages Cyber Demon, above Armored Make.
Yeah.
That works.
Komodo. Don't care for the Komodo.
Oh my god. Oh
I
my
love
god.
the design, but
Yo,
I
great
think
design. Yeah. Don't care for the
the
gameplay.
super glitchy gameplay. They freak the fuck out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That picture that's like freak the fuck out and sell everything. That's them.
Picture.
Oh, excuse me. Salim said the Dark Ages one is more engaging, but it's more buggy, so he prefers the Eternal one. That's fair. Okay, my apologies for not reading the full comment. Yeah, so Komodo is all design for me, no gameplay. That's all I care about with him.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to put him at like a high reskin because he is a good design, like very very creative.
Oh,
And
I'd put him in Adrian. I don't think he deserves to go in reskin.
Yeah, that's insane.
Harsh. That's super harsh.
Okay, I'm not putting him.
Listen, if we're treating the Bloodmaker like the second coming, we can't put the Komodo in reskin.
Okay, fine. We're doing. I'll do above the Cyber. Okay, Cyber zombie.
Okay.
All right, Cosmic Baron, my favorite Baron.
Love him, dude.
Looks like pussy.
Demon.
Mirror image of Ethan.
Yep.
Honestly, really cool design. Really cool to fight. I would put him honestly low Emerson.
I want to put him there, but I want to go Archdemon too because he looks like a Nyarlathotep, which is another Lovecraft character.
I would
Just
put him in
natural.
Archdemon for a different visual reason, but we can put him in Emerson Tongue just to.
I'll say low Archdemon.
Okay, I'll be right
Okay,
back.
cool.
You cool with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
All right. I think this is just the basic Titan from all games. This is the one from Eternal, but we don't find him there. So the basic Titan. What do y'all think?
I honestly, I'd put him in like.
He's the lamest
Adrian.
Titan.
I'd put him at like the bottom of Adrian.
That's fine.
Okay. Yeah. I don't like how they're all reskin, but I understand. Like if they were all the same race, that's one thing. But they all have the same broken horn, and I can't get over that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Kako, giant Kako from the Dragon segments. I'm
Gotta
glad.
be absolute doom.
yeah.
That thing's sick.
It's awesome.
This thing's fucking awesome. Wish you could fight one as Doom Guy.
Dude,
as
that'd be
the
so cool.
Slayer.
Like there was like an arena on top of him, and you have to like destroy his eye or work your way to his eye. On
They
top
almost
of him.
went for something similar, but that's another. We're out of time.
Are you talking about World Spear?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk about that another time. Plenty of stuff to talk about. Okay, low Absolute Doom or high Adrian?
Low
I'd say
absolute,
low.
I reckon.
Yeah, low absolute.
Creed Maker, amazing character,
he's
but this
Awesome boss.
this is an enemy. Okay, so you like the boss. The only thing I don't care about is the first phase boss track is my least favorite boss track in this game. However,
Well, I'm
Really?
not gonna rank him on boss tracks though.
I
to be
know,
fair.
but
I
like
wouldn't-
it's the experience. That's just like my own main gripe with him as like an enemy.
I guess. Also, to be fair, whenever I'm in a boss fight, I'm not sitting there like I'm not dodging a billion fucking projectiles and also being like, "Oh, this music," I'm.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
So-
Then again, that was a lot of people's gripes with the Dark Ages as a whole. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, and those gripes are wrong.
They are wrong, yeah.
Yeah.
Salim, yeah, I think we all share that opinion about the Cacodemon. So Creed Maker, great boss fight. Love the multi-phase. Love his development. What do y'all think? I think it's like...
Emerson Tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can live with that.
I'd say,
Incredible.
like, above Vagary.
Boss.
All right, last but
Yeah.
not least, the Whiplash.
Oh god.
Which one?
The
I
the
wasn't
core
here, so was it
Whiplash, sorry.
Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
Doom Eternal. Okay. I guess to be fair, I would have put Dark Ages in Adrian instead of Reskin, but I would put I like the parry mechanic. They're just slightly worse off without the parry, in my opinion. So I would put them pretty much right beside the Dark Ages Whiplash.
Yeah. I love their design.
fair.
I like how they slither across, but
Yeah.
once they, they're frustrating when you first meet them, but once you master the lock on, man, it's just open season on those things.
Yeah, 100%.
So
I do like their dreads as opposed to the sort of wispy white hair.
I do too. Yeah.
And they should have gone with the tits. They originally had tits.
Well, it's
They don't have tits anymore.
it's a game that doesn't even cuss, so there you go.
Bullshit. They have Azric's fat ass in there. Least they could do is give some.
Yeah.
They have a
some
little more
tits.
than that, if we're being honest.
No, don't do the bulge.
True.
We don't want the cup, okay? the baseball cup. All right, guys. Whiplash. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I prefer one over the other with Dark Ages. The more I think about it, so I'm good to put them wherever. I'll let y'all take this one.
Yeah, look, I'm fine sticking it next to the Dark Ages one.
Yeah.
Like above it or below it? You said you think it's
Beside it.
beside it. Okay. Well, there we have it. This is quite the list. If we did like the Eternal one, Horde, where do you think? Excuse me, the Eternal Revenant. Where would you place it in comparison to the 2016 one?
Let me actually pull a. I actually don't have anything up because I kicked my power cord, so all my stuff is off. Where did I put the 2016 Revenant? Where did we put that?
We put it mid Absolute Doom.
Absolute Doom.
And I think I put it in Emerson Tongue. Design-wise, it's not an awful design, but it's not like my favorite ever. I would probably put it at the low, like maybe high Adrian, because I do really like the Eternal does really good with making me like demons, not based off of design, but just like the satisfying nature of killing them.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to put it any lower when we're talking about a demon that is so satisfying that you can blow its fucking shoulders off. So I don't know. I put it probably.
That's fair.
Just on the opposite end of wherever we put the 2016.
Okay, so lower.
Yeah.
Yep. Low Absolute Doom. Sounds about right. I might make an edited version of this whenever we're done, and post that on the thing, and that'll be our final list. Some slight adjustments. Should we move anything above or below an Adrian Carmack? Because that is where the bulk of our like mid stuff is.
I think that's how just about every tier list goes, because you have so many things that end up being just like,
It is just normal distribution. That's to be expected.
There are a lot of things that aren't good but aren't bad. So
that's fair. All right. Well, that being said, again, guys, personally, there is nothing like just inherently bad on this list. This is just in comparison. That's why there's no S through F. It's just what in comparison to the greats. What are the bad ones, or the ones that don't make the cut? You know, like I don't hate fighting the Screecher. I don't hate fighting the Engineer at the bottom here, but it's in terms of what they bring to the table in comparison. You know, lower. But every game has those. That being said, we're not hating on anything here, objectively. So, here's a list, and I'll post that here in a little bit.
Hell yeah.
Wicked.
Yeah. If let us know if y'all still watching, what y'all would place some of these, or what would you do differently, what y'all are passionate about. And again, I am joined here with Dinosaur Heretic, SoapToGo, and Horde Mode Gaming, and I appreciate you guys for coming. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
thanks
for
it,
man.
Thank you.
We got this thing in order. We had it planned for a bit. We got it in order within like 2 days. So I appreciate you guys again for joining so abruptly and being on your A game.
I'm never on my A game, but I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Wait, when are you gonna monologue for us?
Do you have time?
I got like 30. Yeah, do like 30 seconds of little snippet of monologue.
Oh, I got something for us. Hold on. I got something for all the.
Read me your college essay.
Dude, I'm not fucking. I ain't writing no damn essay in college, dude.
Good man.
Hold on. One moment. I'm pulling it up.
He's pulling it out.
No. Wait.
He's pulling his cock out.
Are we ready?
Yes.
I gotta get a good old gulp. I don't know if anyone can hear that. And I also gotta scoot back from my mic because it's a little loud.
I'm clipping this.
In the first age, in the first battle, when the shadows first lengthened, one stood. Burned by the embers of Armageddon, his soul blistered by the fires of hell, and tainted beyond ascension. He chose the path of perpetual torment. In his ravenous hatred, he found no peace, and with boiling blood, he scoured the umbral plane, seeking vengeance against the dark lords who had wronged him. He wore the crown of the Night Sentinels, and those that tasted the bite of his sword named him the Doomslayer.
No, it's the Doomslayer.
A little off my game. That one was not as.
That was
as
awesome,
good as
dude. Oh my
That's
god,
good,
I'm
that's so
tearing
good.
up right now. That is hilarious.
I feel like I was just witnessing the recording of a Horde Mode gaming video. What
I
the
was
heck?
like, oh,
It's
how
gonna
quick?
be
It's usually 2 week intervals. All right.
Yeah, that was good.
Again,
Well
guys,
done.
thanks for joining. Again, this could have been longer, and then better planned out and stuff. But yeah, this is how it is.
Dude, I think
not-
we made it like 5 hours.
Yeah, 4.5. We did better. We did better. Not 6.5. All right. That being said, thank you guys for watching, everyone in chat. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and yeah, be sure to stay tuned for more.
Until next time.
We have many things planned. We cannot wait to do this all.
100%. All right. See you, Raven. Chat. Kruge,
Jekyll,
Sneaky,
Salim, Kruge, Hugo
Goodbye.
Martin's been watching from the shadows.
From the
Bye. I
ashes.
love
All right.
you.